everybody, and welcome to this week's live Knowing Who You Are.
Yeah, welcome to Knowing Who You Are, everyone who's watching today's show. So we tried to make it on time today and tried many times and confused many people probably on Facebook and YouTube because every time you've seen us live, but it wasn't the show. It was about that we are coming live at 6 o'clock today. So yeah, a bit of a housekeeping, knowing who you are. As you know, we have all the information probably already. You can see that. It's on Facebook, on YouTube. And it's a podcast we do every week, and every Monday you have a new episode that comes out and discussing with experts and even people who are highly productive. They have achieved something interesting at any age they can be, as you'll see why I'm saying this, because on Monday we have someone at the age of 21.
Very exciting.
We'll listen to him, which is tomorrow basically, so you'll have the video tomorrow. So we have a lot of exciting things coming up today. I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. It's picking up, and we've had some really nice feedback from the listeners. We've had some great calls coming in throughout. We've had great feedback after the show was done. Some great suggestions. So we really, really are happy that you're with us on this journey, because it's been an exciting one already. Yeah.
Because the dedication we try to be quite consistent with the commitment that we had made in terms of what we bring to our audience, our listeners, on everywhere. You can listen to it on the go as well, which I didn't mention. So it's on YouTube as Knowing Who You Are. You can find it as Knowing Who You Are, and all the episodes that we have done so far up to now, you'll find them. And also the live streams, you can go back and watch them as well. The live streams are there on YouTube. And then you can listen to us on the go. You can download us podcast on Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. So, and every Sunday we are here, and we started, very interestingly, we said that we'll do the show for an hour initially, but then what happened, it went 2 hours. I said, okay, 2 hours, let's do it. But last week we ended up doing nearly 3 hours, 2 hours, 49 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we have one of our regular listeners.
We have Saira.
Hi,
Saira.
welcome, Saira.
Well done for getting onto the show. We have something very special for you this week.
Yeah. And we'll make sure that you get to see that before it's too late. So yeah, we'll have a chat with Saira because there's something she shared with us. It was generated. We'll give a little backdrop. That was because it's about your journal. When you started talking about it last week,
it was last week. Yeah, it was last week.
So last week we started, and you shared your journal on live stream.
Yeah.
And they have seen that one on video.
Yeah.
So it was on camera.
Yeah.
So from that, Saira got really inspired, and she inspired her daughters as well to start journaling. She bought the diaries the next day.
She bought journals for all three of them, and they started doing journals. And the whole idea about journals was to write down the good things that happened that day. So you end off the evening with realizing that there were good things and there's something to look forward to the next day. And well, it was actually really just something I shared that I used to do, and it became something that we've now had several other people who started to do that, which is really, really cool. So I'm very, very happy to have inspired that, and we have something very special for Saira's daughter called Jana. And Jana.
I think I'm right.
Jana.
That's
Okay.
Right. If I'm not wrong, it means heaven.
Oh, that's adorable.
So, yeah,
well,
that's very sweet.
we made sure that
Saira is there. She can correct us if she wants.
If you want, you can.
Yeah, I'm here with Jana as well.
Oh, good.
Amazing. Yeah.
Excellent.
I think, you should be ready for what's coming very soon.
Yes, I think so too.
So yeah, people who are watching, we have already Saira joined, and Esther already shared the story, what happened, and her daughter Janna, and she is the center point to this, center of attraction, as we should say. That's very interesting. We will share that one. And in the meantime, people can, as you know, that very soon we'll put the number on screen as well, so you can get in touch with us and speak to us on live studio. The number would be there. So you can call directly if you're in the UK, or you can call us through WhatsApp if you're calling from any other part of the world.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some interesting listeners and talkers today.
And I need to cough.
And I need to cough. This is why we have water when we never actually drink it in the end, until the very end.
No, I do. I finish mine.
You do, huh? That's good.
So
hydrate.
We had been discussing with people a lot of interesting things over the week. And last week we had talked about spotlight effect. And we had Shifat who had called us and she had sung, right? And Saira is there, our regular listener, and very important contribution she makes every week. And there's something she shares, and she shared really some very important things out of her own experiences in life. And especially in the earlier part of her life when she came to this country, it was at the age of 18, did she say?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
exactly.
but
Sorry.
when she was a teen. So yeah, from that, how she coped with a new situation, a new place, with new people, new language, and everything, all the barriers. And well, and she has overcome all the barriers, and now we get to speak to her every week. And we'll have the next generation today. Jannah would be here with us, directly, indirectly. Let's see. I won't give out too much, but in the meantime, so how was your Sunday?
My Sunday was good, actually. I did a lot of editing for the show, obviously, for the upcoming shows that are happening, which I love doing because I get to re-listen to talks that Ershad has already had with people that we've interviewed, and they're all just, pearls of wisdom, all of them, and I really thoroughly enjoy. I have to not lose myself in the editing while I'm doing it.
I really enjoy doing it myself.
No, it's great.
I learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
And I also get to think over the things that I read about, I think about.
No, it's good. Yeah. And of course, we picked up a Christmas tree this morning, so we actually started early.
Oh, yeah. And it's the 21st of November.
I know, it's way
Esther
too
was very
early, but I got
excited.
so excited.
And
We decided
that's
to
what
do
she did.
Oh, you got it! Oh my God!
So you can see, well, I should say that the tree decoration is not finished yet. It's just because we picked it up and we had to, we couldn't do anything else apart from picking up the tree and just put it up.
Yeah, but that little star that's there, by the way, was a gift from my sister last year. And so that was the first ornament that went on the tree. I hope you like the glasses.
Look, so yeah, she's decorating it single-handedly. I'm there to give my 2 cents.
You drove to pick it up. It was
I
great.
drove to pick it up, and she picked it up. It's really nice. And do you see the glasses that Esther is wearing? Amazing glasses. Her Christmas goggles.
Oh, God.
And I love the middle bit, though, that decoration. And I think coming up, we'll definitely share to buy any other things for the decoration because we had to get ready for the live.
Just the beginning.
Just the beginning, So it will have incremental edition every week or every day, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, every day Esther would show up. Oh no! Look what I found. And probably it will keep on going until the 24th. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't know that was coming. That's cool.
I like to sort of give you the surprises. It's fun.
Thank you. I like it since I am on the show.
So okay, so that's the number. As I was saying, if you are calling directly from London or England, anywhere in England, you can call directly 07308 192 908. That's the number. And if you're calling through WhatsApp, then is 00447 308 192 908. Okay, so on that note, Saira, are you there? We have this special thing coming up. I'm not sure. So, I'm trying to check if everything is okay with our connections and everything else, just in case. So if whoever is watching us, if you could confirm that the connection is okay and you can hear us properly, because that's the problem. We are totally at the mercy of internet, Wi-Fi, and whatever speed we are being supplied.
Yeah.
So I hope everything is okay.
Yeah,
and
I think it's okay. I think it's all right.
Okay.
I mean, I'm watching it over here.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm watching it over here as well.
So we would probably wait a little bit. In the meantime, we can have a bit of chat. So today, we are going to talk about a very important topic, and Esther she was asking me what the topic is all about, and I said it's loneliness. So many of us probably can relate to that. That's a very important thing, and especially during the time of pandemic, many people had been through this feeling of loneliness. And the thing was, we were totally stuck. We couldn't even go out, meet the people, and sometimes even totally detached from our family members. Many people were from their parents and parents with their kids. I mean, grown-up kids. I know what loneliness is all about, especially from our recent memory. And in many places around the world, things are getting a little better. But I think still there are places where people
Yeah.
do have. But COVID or no COVID, we go through these situations. I think loneliness is an issue that can happen. And I would really appreciate if anyone can let us know, if you're watching, what the connection is like. That'd be really good. We can have a look. You can
Well, we got
probably
Marie's
check-
here. Marie's
Oh,
with us.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Marie's with us this week, so that's cool.
Marie can probably let us know if everything is okay and the connection is fine and you can hear us properly, because that's one of the worries I always have, the internet connection. If just in case, you never know.
Yeah.
It's freezing. Yep. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Hi,
that
Marie.
was-
Thank you for
that
your
was my
message.
worry
Good evening
today.
to you too. And yes, Syra, it is freezing.
Yeah, it's freezing from time to time.
I think it's time for the presentation on the.
I don't think so.
No,
because
not
if
yet.
it's freezing, then we can't really play
Oh,
that.
it's freezing. In that way, you mean like
Yeah,
it's freezing?
it's freezing.
The internet. I
It's
thought you meant it's
yeah.
cold. This is me non-techno.
Yeah, I don't know why it's dropping. It's worrying me.
Okay.
So, yeah, sorry, I'm totally going silent because
That's
I'm,
okay.
I'm trying to fix it. In the meantime, you can keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing we're trying to do, obviously, is we're not continuing the conversation while we're having internet problems, because if that's the case, then parts of the conversation will get lost. But that's okay, because we have the techno expert over here who knows everything about sound and connections and everything else.
I hope it's going well. Let's see
Yeah, I
what
mean, it's
happens.
quite amazing. So, it's very funny. Well, we have 6 people with us right now. So
my
6
God.
people, it's great that you are here.
Yeah.
It's sort of going up and down because of the connection, probably. But
Yeah.
welcome to Knowing Who You Are, to those who've just joined us. And we're just sorting out a small technical issue to make sure you get the full experience.
Let's see. I'm going to do something and hopefully it works.
Oh, I get what you're doing, yeah.
Okay. Let's see if it works.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
So I tried my best. Hopefully it should bring it back. And whatever the issue was, and it was freezing. Is it okay now? Everyone can hear. I mean, it's really weird that in the middle of a live TV show, we have to do this.
I know. I mean, we
So-
should fire the sound engineer, shouldn't we?
Yeah. The sound engineer should be fired. Who is that? Okay, so we have Syra now. And Syra and Jannah probably watching us now live. And are you there? Say yeah. So yeah, if you're there, Syra, Jannah, you can let us know. And Syra is basically with her daughter Jannah. And as I would like to, because we have more people join at this time, so I'd like to share or repeat myself. So what happened last week? Esther shared her journal, which she started doing at the age of 7.
6.
At the age of 6. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, I'll give you 5. So yeah, at the age of 6, which she started, and she kept going, and she's still doing it in many different reincarnations, and it has a lot of different faces, a lot of different names, but she's still doing it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And that's a very interesting habit and very important and significant thing to do. Many people do it in many different ways. I do it in my interesting way. I write poetries, and also I do write here and there, blogging as well.
Yeah.
But your one inspired when you shared on screen last week, and on the video, Syra was literally inspired, and the next day she went to buy some diaries for her daughters, 3 diaries probably.
Yeah.
And well, you get to see everything that we'd like to. We are very excited to share this because we could inspire one of our audiences or one of our listeners. It's very amazing. It's a very uplifting experience, I would say. So, without any further ado, first of all, I need to make sure Syra and Jannah, they're watching it. Syra, are you there? If you're there, can you please let us know you're there? Because you have to be there when we play that, and people are watching as well. And then it will be there. Anytime you want to watch it, you go back and you watch it, you can do that. So I hope the problem is solved. The freezing issue is gone. I'm pretty much sure because I can see how it's going on at the moment. Probably. And
Yeah, they're there. Here we go. They've just
Okay,
acknowledged.
Yes. So
Excellent.
let's get ready for that.
Okay. So, Jannah. Is it Jannah?
Jannah.
Jannah, this one is for you.
Oh my God, all the scrapbooks are here. And we can show some of the things.
Okay.
It might inspire people.
So first of all, this is my little diary. Oh God, you can buy it in pay. Here we go. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Here we go. So it says Esther's Happiness Journal. I made it myself in the front.
So you know it's not all talk, it's real.
No. And then so you can see here basically I'm not going to show you every part of it, but you know, sometimes it's a big thought, sometimes it's a small one.
So, you know how you look at your journals and it just takes you back to that time?
Yes.
I have something like that. When I'm doing something fun or I want to remember the time, I play a certain music because I feel like when you listen to that particular music again, it just straight away takes you back to how you were feeling, how everything was, what someone maybe have said. So yeah, I love your diary. That's such a great idea.
Yeah, and what it actually also did for me, it forces you to write down things, and in the end, I always would end the night with writing one sentence, which in Dutch is morgen moet het een leuke dag worden, which means tomorrow it will be a great day. And I wrote that every single night. And it became a running joke between the family members when we say goodbye. Tomorrow's going to be a great day, you know.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I have a photograph. I mean, I was 6 when I started that. Is a picture of me writing. That's actually the writing itself. I have it on my desk as a constant reminder that tomorrow will be a great day.
I get surprised, Sarah, you know, when I saw that and she literally has that. I was thinking, oh my God, at 7 years, I mean, that's the age, a tender age. How would you know all these things?
I love your ideas. I'm stealing them.
Yeah, no, please. Because what it will make them do, it will automatically make them reaffirm that there's good things that happened. And that's what they'll go to sleep with, you know, it's a beautiful thing.
Exactly. I love that idea of you.
We would love to hear about how that goes.
Today my happiness thing was PE and music. It was very fun and I liked playtime. I played with my friend. I liked it. I like my food today. I drew in literacy. I did lots of things that was fun. Today is nice to have a good day and important to just think about the happy stuff today and not the negative things. Even at school, you should be proud of yourself.
Oh, we love you.
Yeah, we are proud of you, and very well mentioned that we are proud of Jannah.
Yes.
And I hope, Jannah, you love this and you like to see yourself. You're there. Hey, Sarah. Oh, my God.
Oh, Sarah. Your daughter is an inspiration.
I'm definitely sure it's tears of happiness.
I mean, I was crying when I was making the video.
Oh, thank you. We are very happy to do that. And to be honest with you, everyone, as I said, that knowing who you are is about the community we are trying to build around some depth. So depth in the relationship would not be just based on, okay, you're coming to watch a show and I had some good time, but you take something from the show and then you make use of that in your own life. That's the idea.
And we love hearing about that because it's something that invigorates us to do more here as well.
Okay, and she said we watched it with every member in our family.
Oh my God. Hello family of Syra.
Yeah.
We don't know all of you,
everyone.
but welcome to our show.
It's amazing.
It's
great. I hope, Sarah, everyone liked it. And we are very excited because there's something that we could inspire you to do or someone like Jannah, she's at the age of, do you know her age?
She's 7 years
She's
old.
7 probably. Yeah. So at the age, this tender age, she has been inspired to do something, to share her experiences. And since today's topic, we are going to talk about the video was made so beautifully. Yeah, you have to give the credit to. Yeah,
Thank you.
We just brainstorm how the thing should go. And yeah. So what I was going to say, that we are going to talk about loneliness today, and especially during the time of COVID, people had experienced that firsthand. And one of the ways of beating loneliness is finding some creative outlet, and journaling could be one of that. When say writing, and journaling is writing about whatever you're feeling like, happy, bad, or good, bad, whatever it is, you can share with someone when there's no one around. You can share, I think, the privacy of your own journaling, and just you and your diary. So that's a very good thing. And probably that's how we started doing it. Okay, she's 7.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I was right.
Yeah.
And thank you, Sarah. You're
Thank
very
you for
welcome.
all the nice feedback.
Yeah, great.
But I found that diaries, they also fill a time of loneliness. Like when you have a loneliness situation, like there was a time for a little while where we were not, in the same location, and we were both, unbeknownst to the other person, writing a diary to each other, with notes, and it sort of also filled that gap in the end, didn't it? So
yeah.
it's also, I don't know, it helps the loneliness issue as well.
No, it definitely, because loneliness, it's a thing that is the mismatch between the relationship we have and the relationship we want.
Yes, exactly.
Say in life, normally as human beings, we want connection, we want to be listened to, we want to be heard. So that's where, when it doesn't happen, then when you start feeling lonely, and especially now, this day of this, everything is virtual, and it will get even more virtual. That's the plan with Web3 that's coming, and now we know Facebook is metaverse. It's a different world altogether. So you won't need anyone to be physically present. So everything would be through holograms. You would be talking to people. So it'd be that's a different dimension I'm talking about. But as humans, this is how we grew up genetically. So we want this connection. So even though I know we are doing it virtually, but you can see us, we are live on this part of where we are, on this part of the camera, and you can see us live too. And the video you had seen, that was played live as well. So yeah, that's what we're talking about, connection. So anyone today, if you'd like to share your experience of loneliness and how you had taken some steps to beat your loneliness, that'd be really amazing, and we can learn something from it, because every day when we start this conversation, we learn something from your experience, and we share some of our own experiences and how we dealt with it. And sometimes, not every time we were successful, we failed at it, and then probably many mistakes have happened by everyone, we can say, but then how you overcome those mistakes as well, that's one of the lessons. And love you guys so much. Oh, Sarah, love you too.
We love you too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the lovely messages. And we had Faridul Alam. He said, what did Farid say? That he's watching us both. So
yeah,
Farid,
he's joining.
if you want, you can give us a call. And I understand Farid is calling from Bangladesh.
Oh, wow.
That's the number. And you can call through WhatsApp. It's 00447308192 So you can give us a call. We can have a chat and do a little bit of catch up on knowing who you are. So people who are watching today, as you know, we do it every Sunday at 6 o'clock. We try to be on time.
We did start today on time.
On
yeah,
time.
For the first time we...
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Secret. No, anyway,
Oh, well.
you can see that. Well, on the live show they can't, but every time we apologize, so they would know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was a very good day today. And even though London's weather is not really as sunny as we would like it to be, things are getting a bit dreary, like a bit wintry weather.
Yeah.
But still, the sunny side of it was we picked up the
Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree,
and
yeah.
We got...
I want to share it again.
Oh, God.
So that was the tree that is...
It's not done yet, by the way.
Yeah.
This was just 2 ornaments because we picked it up today. We got the lights and as you can see, I got all dressed up for it. So I'm all happy. But we're going to get the ornaments between tomorrow and the day after, and then we'll be ready for next week.
Because we are rushing for the live and we didn't want to get delayed.
Yeah.
So that was the main thing.
So tomorrow we'll have a proper tree trimming party and we'll have mince pies and mulled wine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's Esther. And
yeah,
that's me.
coming out of the tree.
Okay. So, okay. So for knowing who you are, today's topic, what we are going to discuss about is loneliness. I think it's very relevant because sometimes, being alone, we need our time, sometimes our me time, which is very important. But feeling lonely is a killer.
Yep.
That happens, as I was saying, that it happens from the connections we have if it's not operating properly. And when you have this mismatch between the relationship or the connections you have and the relationship or the connections you want. So we would talk about your experiences. Also, there are ways how you can deal with the loneliness, and also from our own experiences, what helps and what helped, and still, because there are moments when you can feel like that. And that's when your connections, you're bonding with someone special, or it could be a friend, it could be a partner, it could be a parent, it could be even your children. But how you establish that bonding, that's very important. So we would like to know from you today. And the number is there, loving the tree and the glasses. Oh, yeah. So Syra said your glasses, your Christmas goggles. So
No, we
I
don't have to
think
show them again.
that was the goggle we're talking about. Yeah. So that was Esther's goggle. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So yeah. So people would know because, people come and go, so they would know what we're talking
Thanks,
about.
dear. You've shown it 3 times now. It's really good.
Okay. I would like to show. No? Again? No. Okay. Okay. Sorry. So the number is there is 0044730819298. Yeah, you said something bad about the sound engineer today.
I was joking like it
Okay.
was someone else.
Oh no, I really don't blackmail her like that. It's
No,
just,
you don't.
yeah.
You don't.
I'm very good. So please dial that number. That's 0044730819210 if you want to share your experiences of your loneliness or anytime you felt. So in the meantime, while people get warmed up through the conversation, you can share with us and I'll share with you. I promise.
Okay. Well, how about you start first for a change? Since you always throw me in at the deep end.
No, I think especially during the time of COVID, I faced what loneliness was all about. First of all, the day it was declared that, okay, there's a lockdown, you can't leave your house. And at that time, I remember sitting in my studio. My studio was in a place where I could sit and I could see opposite a window and I could see everything through the window while I'm sitting at my desk in my studio. So I would keep on working, and I was at that time writing a dissertation as well. So I would just do my research work and I would sit there and think about, there's no one around. My parents weren't around and you weren't here as well. So there was no one around me. It was just me in the house, and I couldn't go out and I wouldn't be able to go to the gym or anything. Everything was cut out. And it was totally a very uncertain times, which is the worst thing for a human being because we are so driven towards certainty, and that's what we work towards. We always want certainty. So being uncertain about something. So at some point, and there's no one I could share my situation with, all I had was the fear that what is going to happen. And in the meantime, you could hear all the news about people dying around you, your friends, families, and things are being posted on Facebook. Well, social media being the negativity bias they have, they always feed you all this negative news most of the time, and it's been proven as well. I'm on Facebook. I hope they don't close my Facebook live now. But the thing is, during that time, it was really hard initially, and I thought I'm going to die, to be honest, because everyone else, what makes me immune to the situation. So I thought I'm going to die as well. And I started making plans. Okay, if I die, what's going to happen? And, how I'll take care of my studio and whatever I am leaving behind or whatever there is. So I started sharing those information. And during those days, the only thing that started very soon, because as I was saying, one of the ways of beating loneliness is creating a ritual. A ritual is something you do every day on a daily basis, with some intention. So what I used to do, I used to get up every day, 7:30, 8 o'clock. You can imagine it was a lockdown. I could have been in bed for a long time, but I was thinking, no, I'll get up by 8 latest, I'll get into the shower, get prepared, get ready, and get dressed. And then feeling totally fresh, I'll go to the studio and come start working there. And I'll work for 8-9 hours straight. Sometimes I would even forget about lunch or dinner. But what happened, this creative outlet, I created so many things during that time sitting at the studio that helped me a lot. And also the ritual, I said, ritual is very important. Like, say, for example, in France, when they had this terror attack in Nice, do you remember that?
Yeah.
So it was a few years back. So during that time, they said that what saved them, they always had this ritual during their lunchtime. It's very important for them. They would have a 2-hour lunch, and during those time, all the phones and everything gets totally, it's nowhere to be seen. You just hide them in your pocket or wherever you can. You silence them or you turn it off. So for 2 hours, they spend their lunchtime, they talk to people, they connect. So that's how it helps. So any ritual that you have, it could be around your family members, your relatives, or something that people had developed. So Zoom was a blessing at the time.
Oh my goodness.
And also I started doing my In Harmony with Ershad, the TV show during the time as well. So I used to make phone calls there.
Yeah.
So that's my story, and that's how I try to bid. But I didn't want to carry on telling my story. I'll keep on adding to that more as we go along. But let's listen to yours, and people would like to share their experience of loneliness and how they have tackled that. In the meantime, you can think and warm up. And then you have the number as well. You can give us a call. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you reminded me of something actually, because we have this situation of, this cyberspace and technology has become so advanced where we're on our phones and everything else. But the truth is, if it wasn't for our phones and Zoom and everything else, the lockdown would have been unbearable. Because I remember before it was sort of regular, I would, every now and then I would call my parents and I would be sort of, but then it's like somehow I felt the need to speak to them a lot more. So I would actually have like every day on a WhatsApp video call or a Zoom call or something. Oh, we've got someone calling in. Oh, Shifat's calling in.
Yeah.
Hey,
let's take
nice.
the call.
Hello, Shifat.
Hi, Bobby.
Hey, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, guys. How are you guys?
Good. How are
Doing
you?
Good, Shifa. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So, did you see what happened to your video last week?
Anyone's call?
No, not at all. We wouldn't have answered if it was a problem. We would have texted you to let you know.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it, Bobby. Thank you for sending me. That was like really weird hearing my voice.
Yeah, on a speaker in front of a whole classroom of children.
Yeah, so what happened, I would like to give a bit of an intro about what we are talking about. So last week, Shifat called and she sang live on the show. So what happened, one of our friends or one of our callers as well, who was on the show, he runs this place called Poetic English Zone, I think. That's where they give English lessons, and it's an institute he has. Like hundreds of students there. So, and he played that video on a projector in a classroom. I mean, because it's an English class they were taking, so it was conversational, and how he was, because he was on the show as well. So what his conversation was like and how was he holding it up. So he was sharing this information. And then we had Shifat as well on that show while it's being played in Bangladesh. So you can imagine, Shifat, your voice went all the way to Chittagong. And
I can't believe it.
It was amazing. Yeah. It's so interesting.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm very happy that we have this community that's slowly building up. And you're definitely part of it. You have always been.
Oh, thank you, guys. So nice.
Yeah.
So this week I got my son a little diary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We need your update too. Your videos, the diary.
Now, can I read one page?
Please, yes.
No, I'm asking him. He's like very shy.
Oh.
Please. It's just uncle and auntie in front. Look. Please. It's just really nice. Look.
Shifat, what's his name?
His name's Inam.
Inam? Okay,
Inam,
good.
yeah.
Inam.
Come on, auntie's asking. Come on, give me. It's just okay. I'll read one sentence. Inam.
Please do. Well, first of all, please tell him thank you very much for doing the writing, and that it's very important that he's doing that, and we're very happy that he's writing.
Thank you, Ovi. So he's allowed me now. So
Good.
This is today or Monday?
Yes.
Monday. This is Monday. So last Monday he wrote, I was very happy as today I went to swimming and had my first day of my football club. I normally play striker, but sometimes I play midfielder.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was
a good
last
thing.
Day. The other bit, Baba.
So on that day, on Monday, he played midfielder.
Yeah, because usually he's striker, and
Yeah.
also because he got into football club, we were waiting a long time for him to get into this club.
Ay, good.
So usually he's Maradona. Or
Yeah.
That's terrific. So that was a win. Good for him that he got into the club, and good that he
Yeah,
got a good
thank you,
position
guys.
as well, huh?
Yeah, we were waiting since September actually to
Oh
get
my
into the
goodness
club.
me! Wow, well done.
Congrats, Inam.
Yes.
Hey, thank you, no?
Thank you.
Oh, and we're so happy, and you're writing down all these happy memories. So when you grow up, a few years down the line, you probably come back and read what happened. This is very important in
Yeah.
your life. It's
I
important.
wish I
date.
kept mine when I used to have so many different diaries.
That's amazing.
we
And
did.
how old is he?
He's 8 now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very. What were you going to say?
He's 8 now, Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All
Yeah,
right.
Inam was saying, yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, good. Well, I have to say that's very advanced writing, because I remember an entry when I was 8 was probably like, and my brother was teasing me and my sister was
Oh.
teasing me. They're very
cute.
nice people, by the way. I loved them to bits, but it was very funny to read that again now.
Oh, bless.
Oh, it's
Great.
really nice. We would like to probably have a video like that from Inam at some point, or probably a
Oh,
clip
definitely.
when he's playing on the field as a striker or as a midfielder.
Yeah.
We'd like to have a video. Probably we can show, and then we can have your voice, and while you're reading the diary, or Inam can write a page from the diary when
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. He's very good at writing.
Oh, I
fantastic.
can see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds amazing, and how articulate he is. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Good work, Inam.
Thank you,
Very
guys.
good.
Thank you. Say thank you, Uncle Auntie.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you
But
for calling
Bobby,
in.
also I want to mention, you guys were talking about the loneliness.
Yes.
So last year, I had Raya in February, 26th of February, which was 3 weeks before the first lockdown.
Oh, wow.
And then we were in hospital. Both of us were extremely ill for 2 weeks. Then 1 week we came back home.
Yeah.
So the 1 week we were home, and then the lockdown started. So we had like literally no visitors, no friends, no
Oh,
family
no.
coming to see her as a newborn. It was like the worst time ever.
Oh, no.
It was extremely painful, extremely lonely. Because also I waited quite a long time to have her.
Yeah.
In between things happened and I just couldn't have.
Sure.
And
yeah.
then she just came as a blessing, and the fact that she was a girl as well, and then just
Oh.
no one could see her, Bobby. It was like
Oh, my goodness
so
me.
lonely.
What did you do
as a
during the?
newborn.
How did
those
you
days?
handle it?
Yeah.
How did you handle it?
I don't know, guys. I just think I just counted the days
Yeah.
until I could see my parents, until I could see my sisters. Because
Yeah.
with Inam's time, obviously it was like my mom and dad were over every day, my sisters
Yeah.
were over every day,
Yeah.
friends were always coming.
Yeah.
But with Raya, it was like literally nothing. It was just me and
Wow.
her in my room.
Just you and her.
Yeah, because
My
my husband was using the lounge as his office kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it was just me and her stuck in our room
Oh, my
every
goodness
day.
me. That's very brave. Well,
Yeah,
you both
it was
came out
great.
really good, because
At
I've
least
seen
you had Raya,
pictures.
definitely.
Yeah, because I've
That's
seen pictures of her, and she
precious.
looks like such a lovely little girl.
She was
Yeah.
extremely attached to me, obviously, because the first 14 months she was just stuck to my hip.
Of course.
Now
yeah.
she's kind of getting a bit independent,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Nice. That's terrific. Well,
So,
that's really
Shifa,
happy
what's-
ending.
Happy ending and
Yeah.
beginning of a song, probably.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
guys, not today. My throat is killing me.
Oh, no.
Definitely next week. Definitely.
Okay,
I'll
fine.
practice.
All
I'll
right.
practice.
We'll keep
in the
you to that
bathroom.
promise. We'll keep
I
you
hope
to
it's not one of those excuses when you say, okay, the sky is cloudy today and, it's raining, and things like that.
Oh, bless. No. I'm just. It's just the ending of a cough and the tonsillitis that I had last week. It's taking ages to go. This one. I
yeah.
was telling Bobby on the messages last
Yes,
week.
yes, I remember that
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
But we have
yeah.
yet to listen to your dad probably one day.
Oh
if we are
yeah,
lucky.
definitely.
'Cause you
I
said that he
recorded
sings
it,
very
but yeah.
well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
nice.
so good.
Oh, good.
Nani sings really well, doesn't he? Now.
Awesome.
Oh, that'd be
Good
great.
work.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, your dad is from Khulna, did you say?
Khulna, yeah, but yeah. he's from
What's the
Khulna.
exact word that does he say? It's a sentence that he always shaky, right? What was that?
He says shaky.
Shaky.
does that
Shaky
Shaky.
is
And then he usually
Yeah.
says Eito.
Eito.
Yeah,
What
always.
does that mean?
I mean, it's like shaky. It's when you're surprised.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
he's
really,
always
it's like an
saying that.
expression. But
yeah, nice.
he comes from a part of Bangladesh where they speak quite really nice, proper Bangla.
Bangla.
But
Very
then she said that her mom is from Sylhet. So
Ah.
they
my
have
God.
this interesting language
Extremely,
concoction.
extremely interesting
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
dialect.
That's
And
funny.
Inam, Bhaiya, Inam will tell you. What is
Oh,
Nani
Inam,
like?
please.
what do you mean? What do you mean by like? Do you mean a language or
Language and how she is compared to Nana.
bad?
Not bad, Inam, very loud. She's loud and
Oh my God.
the Kulna accent.
That makes
Accent
them
is
really I mean, it's complimentary kind of,
That's
because
funny.
you
her
know
accent is
when
strong. He's saying.
he's like calm and quiet, and another one is a little explosive, then you know it's a good combination.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's my mom who used to be such a big fan of you, Bhaiya. She's the one who asked me to get your number during
Oh,
my
can
sister's
you please
wedding.
pass my
Remember?
regards to her, and probably
I
if you
will.
can bring her to the phone
Definitely, I will.
she's not in the same house, right?
No, she's
Oh,
not
okay.
actually. I will one day,
Yeah,
hopefully.
one
Yeah.
day that'd be
Yeah.
great. I would like to say hello to her.
Yeah, definitely. She would be over the moon, Bhaiya. Oh my God, if I told her it was you.
I'll sing for her on that day. You let me know.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh my
definitely
God, yes.
sing for her on
Yes,
that day. I
yes.
promise.
Oh, she used to watch your show like, she used to record it, Bhaiya, on the video cassette.
Oh my God, that is
In
so
those
sweet.
days.
That's great.
Not anymore, but we used to
Yeah, I
have
mean,
it
the
before.
show doesn't happen anymore. But yeah, if you let me know that probably your mom would be there on the show, and when she calls or you call, then I'll sing. I
Definitely,
promise.
Bhaiya. Thank you.
No
That's so
problem.
good to know.
Thank you,
But
and
yeah, I'll
thanks
let
for
you guys
sharing
go
your
now to your
experience,
other
Shifat.
fan.
It's really great. Thank you. And
Thank
Inam
you
as
very
well.
much.
Yeah, thank you,
Say bye,
Inam.
say bye, Uncle. And Auntie.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for calling, Shifat. Really
okay,
nice to
hubby.
hear
See
you
you
again,
soon.
and good to hear you
I'll
all the way
stay
to the
along.
end this
I'll
time.
stay and watch the rest of the show.
All
Oh,
right.
yes.
Thank you.
And you can always keep on adding if you remember something.
Yes, exactly.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Okay, then
Bye.
bye.
Okay, we
Bye.
have Jane Rehana from Canada.
Cool.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's nice to see you guys together.
Oh, thank
yeah,
you.
we're always together.
Here we
We're
are.
buddies. So yeah.
My BFF.
BFF. What's that?
Best friends forever.
Oh, best
You
friends
don't know
forever.
BFF?
I don't
oh
know
my
BFF.
God.
I'm not
What
from the
a
TikTok
major
age. I don't know.
Sorry, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean,
You're
from
not a girl. It's mostly a girl thing.
okay, because
BFF.
our time we only used to know BF and GF. That's all, boyfriend girlfriend.
Oh, I see.
But now
Well,
BFF is a new thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're my boyfriend friend.
Yeah, you're my boyfriend's friend. I if you had told me like BFF, I would think,
God.
okay, you're my boyfriend's friend. But
Let's go
at
back
his
to.
lol, he doesn't know these things.
Thank you, Jane. He does not.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of.
I
a
don't do
good thing.
TikTok like you guys.
TikTok. I've
Or I
known this
didn't
since
do
I was 12.
Snapchat.
I know this since before the internet.
Well, you
Okay.
are because you are my senior? Or no, you're my junior. Okay.
Oh, he's older, by the way, by a year. Thank you.
Oh my God, a year. Can you imagine? Okay. Thank you for listening to me, guys. Lots of love.
Yeah,
Always,
love back.
Shifat.
Always.
We love our listeners and our audiences. And the thing is, we get all the power and inspiration. And when you see us happy the way we are, she is boss. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Ooh. Oh, my God.
Sorry.
Jane is on fire. Where are you? Where are you coming from? Okay, anyway. Yeah, she's the boss.
Focus, right.
Boss,
focus
boss.
on lonely. We're trying to focus on
Yeah.
loneliness.
So loneliness. Boss. So you said about loneliness. Your experience was, did you get there?
I didn't actually
Yeah,
say it in
start.
the end. No. Start. Well, I thought of a completely different example, actually, at some point. I was 16 years old, and I was at the time I was in the ballet academy, and we were invited to do a show on a cruise ship that went for about a month. And basically, I was performing every night. I was in the Caribbean islands. It was December.
How old were you again?
I was 16 at the
16,
time.
yeah.
And I remember, it was amazing, but we had to fly across the whole world and basically do that at a young age. And I remember, I'll never forget the most ridiculous thing that made me feel really, really lonely. I was in the Caribbean. It was December 18th. It was really, really hot. And I saw tinsel on the palm trees. And I suddenly realized, oh my God, this is not Christmas. This is not like home at all. And suddenly I felt I'm this alien compared to everyone else who's like, they're on the beaches and they're doing their Christmas songs, because obviously over there it doesn't get hot at all. And I remember, God, I would kill right now for a cold English afternoon and being at home with my family. Fortunately, before Christmas started, I did come home for Christmas, but it was the most fascinating thing. I'm in the middle of this ship, which was amazing. The people were amazing, but somehow I'm completely not connected to any of them because all I can think of is I want to be home in a cold European Christmas night.
And where was the ship?
It was in the Caribbean islands, so it was like the Curacao, Bonaire, Aruba, like in those locations, and it was amazing. Like I can't complain. How can you complain about being there? But it was one of those like, oh.
But at the age of 16, you're totally in the middle of the sea. And
anyway, that was...
Parents. So how did you deal? Because you were about to perform. That was more of a creative outlet you had.
It was.
And that
for me, it was
suggested
work.
as well
we had
advice.
a show. Yeah, we had a show every single night, and it was a show
Did it
called.
help?
Yeah, of course, it kept my mind completely off of it. It was around the world in 7 dances, and it was like a Spanish routine, a Russian routine, a American tap dance routine, and all of that. And it was very nice, and costume changes. I mean, it was 7 costume changes, so you definitely don't have time to think. But it was.
So once you would finish, what time would you finish the show?
We would finish about midnight or something. I would crash immediately, and so unfortunately, I didn't have time to think. I just.
The rest of the night, just sleep and snore.
I would sleep and I would snore. Yeah, I'm sure. But I was alone in a cabin, so I wouldn't have known. Thank you very much. Yeah. But no, it was interesting. It was very interesting.
My wild imagination.
They say that when you snore, that you actually sleep very peacefully.
Yeah,
but not the person lying next to you. Sorry, inside joke.
Oh, Bobby, that sounds like my dream job.
Oh God, yeah, it was. Except it, you're far away. It's you're on the other side of the world. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, definitely for many people. Say, for example, Royal Navy. That's the thing. Everyone like, oh my God, Royal Navy, and you be traveling around the world. But the thing is, when you're away from your family, sometimes I feel like, because I don't know. It could be I'm getting old, but I this is one of the things. Okay, that brings us back to the loneliness issue again.
Yeah,
connections and meaningful connections is very important. When you don't have that, and definitely, I'm not saying that I won't have it with my colleagues, I won't have it with my friends, but there's some special connections, right? Like I have with her, with Esther. So, like the boss, because, you always suck up to the boss because you have to like boss.
Please, stop it.
No, but...
Before I hit you on live show.
But it's important to have meaningful connections because nowadays we always go for the perceived popularity on social media, TikTok. But the thing is, how many times we remember that growing up, we had this ritual that we would go to a friend's house, they would come to our place, but most of the time it happens probably, but it's mostly people catch up outside, and if not now on WhatsApp or probably, FaceTime, and all these things have started. But for us, it was a thing that someone would make an appointment, okay, we are coming to your house tomorrow, or sometimes they would just show up without even telling us. I mean, this is one of the things you'd probably get surprised, and many people when they heard for the first time, especially Westerners, that Bangladeshis, that's what they do. You don't even let anyone know that you're coming to my place. And
it was shocking when I learned this when we were there.
It was shocking,
and it was
but that was the beauty of the hospitality.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up, and many people who grew up in Bangladesh, they would know, you just have the bell that would ring in the house in the evening. It was a thing, like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. That was the time when people would come to visit you without telling you. And first of all, when we first learned that you have to let someone know, even to make an appointment with your parent, say, we are coming. I mean, we are surprised because friends even never bothered to make an appointment. They would just show up, the bell rings. Okay, oh, hi, you're okay. You sit down. So the arrangement was that you always had food in your house for snacking or for guests. That's a different... I mean, it's along with all the food you buy. Yeah. That was like a daily shopping thing or a monthly, weekly shopping thing. But that's one of the things I was surprised. And I think that held back in the days when people had those time. I've seen my parents when they used to have friends every evening. My mom and dad, they would sit together and they would watch at the time they had VHS tapes. So those tapes were it was really hard to come by. So when one of their friends would get hold of one videotape, it's a new movie, Hindi movie or something, they would just turn up because we had the VCR at the time. So they were like, okay, there's this new movie we found.
That's awesome.
And everyone would sit down and watch. But sometimes I was studying probably, or my teacher is there, or I have an exam the next day, and I wouldn't be able to watch it. And there was a movie called Love Story. I forgot. I've never seen that movie, to be honest, because I know in my house that movie came and left the same day, the same evening after it was finished. So because it was like gold dust. You get a tape and it can't even, stay out of that place for a long time.
I'll find it on Netflix for you. We can watch it.
I mean, it's a very, 80s movie probably.
Yeah.
I just remember the songs, I could hear them. And I was in the other room. I said, oh my God, the movie is going and I can see that.
Oh no.
So
That's funny.
that was my sad story.
Wow. Oh.
That's why I don't watch that many movies these days.
Yeah, but when we watch movies, we always watch good ones. Though we watch. I've seen a lot of Hindi movies. Actually, I really like them very much. I very appreciate them very much.
So okay, going
Yeah.
back to
Loneliness.
who's that? Simon Ahmed.
Oh,
Hello,
cool.
Bhaiya. Hello, Simon. Nice to see you here. I probably haven't seen you. You can let us know where you're calling us, or not calling, where you're writing from. Kemon achen? It means how are you?
Ah, good.
So we're doing great, both of us. And Simon, if you can give us a call, let us know where you're from. Because last time I think he joined the show, we didn't get to talk.
Oh.
And since we're talking about loneliness today, if you have any input. So anyone who's calling from Bangladesh, the topic is ekakitto, loneliness. So how you experienced it, at what point in your life, or when you experience it. And if you experience it, I mean, if you'd be very lucky if you don't experience it. How do you deal with it?
Yes.
This is one of the things. So one thing I already mentioned, it's about having a ritual, a daily action with some intention that you do.
Yeah.
It could be, for me, like my practice is a daily ritual.
Yeah.
We go out for a walk.
Yeah, it became a thing. I mean, during lockdown, because obviously we were allowed to go out for a walk, we would go out every single day for a walk. A long walk by the water, we would feed the swans, and it was just also a way to just stay connected to life, really.
And also, there's another thing, since we're talking about this couple ritual, one of the ritual that helps, say, for example, before going to bed, talking to each other, sharing with each other the good things of the day
Yeah.
that you have experienced from the other person. So if I would say to you something, say, before going to bed tonight, like today on the show, you said this one really good, or the Christmas tree idea and the tree you picked up today, how you started decorating it was really good.
Yeah.
That was something that builds connections. That's an important and meaningful connection.
Yeah.
And then that makes you happy. You go to bed with a happy thought, and you can share something with me as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can say that the sound, how you deal with the problem of
The
the
sound of the show was amazing. And you
And
spoke
I'm always
so,
amazing.
You spoke so well, and you should be the
Oh,
sound of
Simon,
the-
please give us a call.
Yeah.
That's the number, and you have to call through WhatsApp. Since you're calling from Dhaka, Bangladesh, so it'd be
Wow.
great to listen to Simon. And this is our first time caller on the show from Dhaka, and we'd like to listen or talk to someone from Bangladesh. That'd be great.
We are ready to receive.
Yeah, Simon.
Phone is here, ready to go.
Okay, wow. Yeah, and that's an Apple. I should tell the brand as well. No.
No, I just held it up just to
Okay.
Go.
Oh, yeah, we have someone watching on YouTube as well.
Excellent.
That's
Good.
great.
Yeah.
And okay, so for Simon, you can give us a call using the WhatsApp, and you have to dial 0044730819290. So as I was saying, you can call from any part of the world. If you're not in England, then you have to use WhatsApp. But if you're in England, you can call us directly.
Yeah.
So we would talk to Simon today and find out about what he thinks of the show, and also if he has any input and he'd like to share some of his stories as well. That'd be great. Yeah.
Very much so, yeah. And then I guess if he, I don't know what his English is like. We can, we can
Yeah,
always-
I'll take over if that's the case. And Simon, what you have to do, use WhatsApp, and on WhatsApp, dial that number.
Say in Bangla, maybe.
You can add it up. So, যদি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে 0044730819290 হিসাবে নাম্বারটা অ্যাড করেন, তাহলে
See the
you can call us.
There.
And the number is there. Yeah, Esther is showing the number. You just have to use WhatsApp, that's all. And number is on the screen. It's on the screen. You can see the number on the screen if you're watching the show. It's there. So 0044730819290.
What is it from what is it from Dhaka?
It's from Dhaka.
So
yeah.
0044.
Yeah, 7308192908.
Yeah.
Simon, I hope you have the number on screen. So in the meantime, people, we are discussing the situations about in terms of the loneliness, and I keep on repeating myself. So you get this one. It's totally nailed. You know?
Yeah. But what we're very interested in specifically from the knowing who you are point of view is the condition and what you experience. But most importantly, how did you pull yourself through it? How did you handle it? What did you do to make it something that you survived, as it were? You know, it sounds a bit drastic, but you know, like in my case, it was creativity. In your case, it was, you know, a very good routine. A friend of mine.
Creativity, definitely.
No, creativity for sure. So there's sometimes it's just as easy as finding someone and you call them, even if you're not physically with them, speaking to them and saying hello. That might be enough to pull you through it. And if you don't have that capability, like I've had it where I remember once I had I was young actually, and one of my bags got stolen and my phone was in it, and I couldn't even call anyone to ask for help. This is like the old Nokia bricks that, you know, we had at the time, and there was this moment of sheer helplessness, and I just walked up to a police officer, and that was it.
That scares me.
It is a
because
moment.
our whole life is in our phones.
It's amazing what's on people's phones these days. I mean, if you think about it, it's unbelievable. Anyway, so from a knowing who you are perspective, we're very interested in solutions, the sharing of how you pulled through, how you handle things. Anything. And that's also what the interviews are about.
One thing I mentioned, ritual. So ritual, repeated thing that you do, it has nothing to do with any religious sentiment. So it's just something you do regularly with some intention. It could be going to the gym, it could be going for a walk, it could be going for a run, and it could be checking in on any friends of yours, getting in touch with your parents or your friends or your partner or anything. Or say, for example, every day for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, you sit down together with your partner or your friend or your family members, have a chat. Because I remember this is something, you remember last time when I was in Bangladesh, what happened? My parents, my father, my mom, we all sat together. You were sitting with us as
that
well.
Was so nice.
So we were listening to music because that was one of the music my mom would like to listen. And she was sitting there. She's not really well at the moment, especially mentally. She has some issues. She has a bit of dementia and other situations that's going on. So my dad, my mom would sit together. She was there as well. So all four of us, we sat there and we were sitting there and we were having papur. Remember?
Yeah.
The snacks?
Yeah.
And we were just talking and sharing with each other. It was such a moment. So those bondings that help us beat loneliness, especially because when you miss the connections in your life and when you don't have someone to share things with, people can still be lonely even after being with someone. So that can be the case as well. Many people complain that, okay, I'm with I have a relation, I'm with someone. It could be either a man or a woman. It can be both ways. It can be both parties. They can go through the same kind of issues. I don't know. It's all right. The number is there on screen, so I hope they can see that.
Okay.
So what I was saying, it could be a man or woman, but if you are not with a person where there's a meaningful bonding, it can happen too. And we have a message. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Shifat say, it was the worst year to have a newborn. I had extremely bad PPD. Still don't really know how I got through. I think looking after her just kept me going. The loneliness was extreme.
I can imagine, yeah.
But that was probably that constituted your ritual at the same time. It's something meaningful that it kept you engaged because that person needs you.
Yeah.
It's your sense of responsibility as well towards your daughter.
Yeah.
So
Very true.
that's really important. So it's amazing that you have been through it and then you got over how you defeated that emotion or the feeling of loneliness. So Shifa, thanks for sharing this with us. It's very important, and it's during the COVID we experienced. But as I was saying, I hear that from many friends of mine, or many acquaintances. Sometimes I heard those stories when people are with someone, and but they're still, you have someone in your life. It could be your husband, it could be your wife, it could be your boyfriend, your BFF or GFF. But the thing is, you still feel lonely. And why is that? Because that meaningful bonding, if it doesn't happen, then there's definitely, and sometimes, as I was saying, loneliness happens when there's a mismatch between the relationship you have and the relationship you want. So, on that note, we have probably Simon from Bangladesh. Let's have this call. Hello,
Hello,
Simon, you made it finally.
I'm from. Yes.
Great. Thanks for calling us.
Well done.
How are you, brother?
I'm good. We are doing very good. Thank you.
I'm me from Dhaka, Bangladesh,
Yes.
and I watch your show sometimes, and I following you Facebook, and after before 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So, Simon, let me talk to you in Bangla probably as well, so you'll find it easier.
Okay, thanks a lot.
To express all the emotions that you're feeling. So, ধন্যবাদ প্রথমে যে 2 বছর ফেসবুকে you're following me, and now আজকে এই শোতে. So, can I call you Tumi? I think you might be younger than I am. I would like to say
Please.
apni to my audience or listeners out of respect, but I sometimes feel these
Yes.
connections with someone who feels like a brother to me.
আমাকে তুমি করে বলতে পারেন।
Okay, Simon, nice, thank you. So you
Welcome.
Yeah,
got
I
that.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Great.
Simon, ঢাকায় এখন কি করছো তুমি?
আমি ঢাকায় উত্তরে আছি। আমি একটা ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন হাউজের মধ্যে মানে চাকরি করি, ম্যানেজার হিসেবে, বিজনেস ম্যানেজার হিসেবে।
Okay.
আর পাশাপাশি আমার মাস্টার্স চলতেছে ম্যানেজমেন্টের উপরে।
Great. কোথায়, ঢাকা ইউনিভার্সিটি or কোথায়?
বেসিক্যালি ওই যে মাল্টিন্যাশনাল কয়টা কোম্পানির বিজনেস, তো ওইগুলো আমি দেখাশোনা করি।
Very good, very good. So আমার এই যে ফেসবুকে ফলো অথবা অনুষ্ঠান, এটা কিভাবে শুরু হলো, কিভাবে অনুপ্রাণিত, বা how did you get inspired?
আমি বেসিক্যালি কিছু মানে পার্সনকে মানে সবসময় ফেসবুক ফলো করি। হঠাৎ করে এরকম করতে করতে ধরেন আপনার আইডিটাও সামনে পড়লো, আমি প্রোফাইলে গেলাম, দেখলাম, দেখার পরে আমার কাছে ভালো লাগলো। আপনি বিদেশে থাকেন, গান করেন, সব মিলে আপনার মানে লাইফ স্টাইল থেকে শুরু করে আমার কাছে খুব ভালো লাগে।
Thank you, Simon.
এইভাবে আসলে শুরু হলো আর কি। তারপরে যে ভাবির সাথে আপনাকে দেখতাম, আপনাদের যে অনুষ্ঠান হলো, এটা বোর্ডের মধ্যে আপনারা মানে সবাই ছিলেন, ফ্রেন্ডরা সবাই ওইখানের ওই যে লাইভে ছিলেন, আমি কমেন্টস গুলো দেখছি বা আপনাদের ফিলিংস গুলো শেয়ার করতেন, খুব ভালো লাগছে আমার কাছে।
সাইমন, না রিয়েলি বাংলাদেশের যে ট্রিপটা, আমি তো বাংলাদেশে আমার জন্ম, বাংলাদেশে আমি বেশ অনেকদিন আমি বড় হয়েছি সেখানে। তো আমার যে এক্সপেরিয়েন্সটা, কিন্তু একজন ওয়েস্টার্নার, সেই ফর এক্সাম্পল তোমার ভাবি, ও যখন বাংলাদেশে যায়, প্রথমে ওর জীবনে প্রথম বাংলাদেশে আসা, তো অনেক সারপ্রাইজ ছিল। আর তারপর আমরা যে সময় বাংলাদেশে বড় হয়েছি সেটার থেকে কিন্তু এখনের বাংলাদেশে একটু বেশ আমার কাছে ডিফারেন্ট লাগে। তো সেই জায়গা থেকে ও প্রথমে শি ওয়াজ এ বিট শকড এয়ারপোর্টে, যখন আমরা বাসায় যাচ্ছি গাড়ি করে, কিন্তু আমি দেখলাম ও একেবারে চুপ। কিন্তু 4-5 দিন 6 দিন যাওয়ার পরে কিন্তু ওর একটা পুরো ব্যাপারটা বুঝে উঠলো। আমি ওকে বুঝালাম কয়েকটা জিনিস, যেমন আমি কয়েকটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট এক্সাম্পল দিই বাংলাদেশের ব্যাপারে। যেমন বাংলাদেশে একটা হয় কি, যে তুমি যখন দোকানে যাচ্ছে বা কোনো দোকানে শপিং এর জন্য যাচ্ছ, তখন মানুষজন আসে হেল্প করার জন্য। তো এখানের মধ্যে ব্যাপারটা অনেক সময় দেখা যায় এত কাছাকাছি 3-4 জন মানুষ চলে আসলে অনেকটা ইটস অ্যান ইনভেশন অফ ইউর প্রাইভেসি। তো ও আমাকে সবসময় বলতো যে আমার খুব আনইজি লাগে দোকানে গেলে এতগুলি মানুষ চারপাশ থেকে ঘিরে ধরে। তো আমি ওকে একদিন বললাম যে ওরা কিন্তু হেল্প করার জন্য আসে। তো ও বললো কি আচ্ছা ওকে। এরপর থেকে যখন আসলো, ও সবার সাথে গল্প করা শুরু করলো। মানে এই যে একটা
মিশে গেল সবার সাথে,
হ্যাঁ, কনফিউশনটা দূর হয়ে গেল। তারপর আরেকটা ইন্টারেস্টিং, যেমন আমাদের বাংলাদেশে আরেকটা যেটা ইন্টারেস্টিং, যে তোমার যখন একজন বন্ধু থাকে, এখনো আছে বাংলাদেশে, সেটা বন্ধুরা কিন্তু অনেক সময় কাঁধে কাঁধে হাত দিয়ে বা হাতে হাত ধরে অনেক সময় হাঁটে, 2টা ছেলে বা 2জন মেয়ে। কিন্তু এটা আমাদের এখানে দেখা গেলে অনেক সময় বলবে যে হ্যাঁ, 2টা ছেলে হাত ধরে হাঁটছে, তাহলে তো নিশ্চয়ই অন্য ব্যাপার। তো হয়তো ওরা গে। তো ও যখন প্রথম দিন আমাকে এরকম দেখলো, জানলা দিয়ে আমাকে দেখে বলছে কি, আচ্ছা দেখো বাংলাদেশের মত এখানে ইসলামিক কান্ট্রি, কিন্তু ওরা এরকম একটা কাজ করছে, এবার হাত ধরে ওপেনলি ঘোরা যায়। তাই আমি বললাম কি সমস্যা কি, ওরা তো দুজন বন্ধু আসলে। ওকে ও আমি বলছি, হ্যাঁ আমরা এইভাবে বড় হয়ে আসছি, আমরা যখন বন্ধু ছিলাম আমরা কাঁধে হাত দিতাম, হাতে হাত ধরে হাঁটতাম। তো আমরা কখনো জানতামও না এর কোনো অন্য অর্থ হতে পারে। তো ডেফিনেটলি
ভাইয়া আপনার এই শোতে আমার কল দেওয়ার মেইন এক্সাইটমেন্ট হলো কি জানেন, আমরা অনেকগুলো ফ্রেন্ড ছোটবেলা থেকে বিলং করে আসছি। এখন বিভিন্ন কাজের খাতিরে সবাই মানে অনেক দূরে, কেউ কাছাকাছি আছি, কেউ হয়তো ঢাকার বাইরে, দেশের বাইরে, এরকম পর্যায়ে। হ্যাঁ, তো আমাদের ফ্রেন্ডশিপটা কিন্তু আগের মতো, যখন সবাই একসাথে হই হুল্লোড়, আড্ডাবাজি, গল্পবাজি সবকিছুই। মানে আমার একটা আজকে সারাদিন এই ফিলিংটা করতেছে। আমার একটা ফ্রেন্ড পর্তুগাল থেকে আসছে, যার কারণে আমরা সবাই রাত সবাই একসাথে ছিলাম, গল্প আড্ডা মাস্তি। তারপরে ওই ফ্রেন্ড যখন বাসায় চলে গেল, বললো যে সেই দিনগুলো আমি খুব মিস করতেছি, এই দিনগুলো তো আমরা ফিরে পাবো না, আমরা কিন্তু আগের মতো চলতে পারতেছি না সময়ের মানে পরিক্রমায়।
তো সাইমন,
এরকম আর কি।
হাউ ওল্ড আর ইউ?
আমি 28।
সো নিশ্চয়ই আমরা আজকের যে টপিকটা, এই যে লোনলিনেস নিয়ে কথা বলছি, একাকিত্ব। তো এখনকার যুগে স্পেশালি সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া, এই যে ফ্রেন্ডদের সাথে দূরে দূরে হয়ে যাওয়া, একটা সময়ের পরে কলেজ শেষ করার পরে অনেকে দূরে দূরে ছিটকে চলে যায়। যেমন আমার এমন হয়েছে, ফেসবুকে আসার পর আমি 25 বছর পরে একজন ফ্রেন্ডের দেখা পেলাম। তো তোমার ক্ষেত্রে একাকিত্বের এক্সপেরিয়েন্সটা কি? এটা কি কোনো ধরো কি কখন তোমার সবচেয়ে বেশি জীবনে বোধ হয়েছে, বা কোন সময় তুমি ফেস করেছো এটা, বা কিভাবে ডিল করেছো, আমাদেরকে যদি একটু শেয়ার করো।
হ্যাঁ, আমি একাকিত্বটা ফিল করছি যখন মানে আমি নিজে একটা গন্ডির ভিতরে বন্দি। ধরেন এমন হয়েছে না, লকডাউন প্যান্ডামিক সিচুয়েশনের সময়, হ্যাঁ, যখন আমি আমার জবের খাতিরে আমি মানে একটা বাসার মধ্যে একা থাকতেছি, কেউ নাই, অফিস যাচ্ছি, জাস্ট অফিস শেষ করে বাসায় চলে আসতেছি। ওই সময়টাতে আমি খুব ফিল করতাম যে আমি খুব একা, কেউ নেই আমার পাশে। মানে যদি ফ্রেন্ডরা থাকতো বা সবাই আড্ডা দেওয়া যাইতো, মানে তখন মানে আমি ওই সময়টাতে খুব বেশি ফিল করছি যে একাকিত্বটা।
কোথায় ছিলেন তখন?
আমার মা বাবা দেশের বাড়িতে। আমার দেশের বাড়ি হচ্ছে লক্ষ্মীপুর, রামগঞ্জ।
ওকে তাহলে তো ওনাদের সাথে আমি শুধু মোবাইলে হয়তো কানেকশন হতো।
হ্যাঁ, সবার সাথে কানেক্টেড ছিলাম, তারপরও মানে জিনিসটা একটু বেশি ফিল করছি। ধরেন একটা মানুষ তো সারাদিন আর একা থাকতে পারে না, এজ এ হিউম্যান বিং হিসেবে তো দিন শেষে আমরা একটা মানুষ, তাই না? এখন আমি সারাদিন কাজ করার পর ওই সময়টার পরে যখন আমি রিল্যাক্স হয়ে বা বাসায় থাকি, ওই সময়টাতে আমি খুব বেশি ফিল করছি আর কি।
না ডেফিনেটলি। তো ওই সময়গুলিতে মানে কতদিন এভাবে কাটিয়েছো তুমি?
এটা হচ্ছে 2 মাস অলমোস্ট।
তো ওই সময় কি করতে তুমি যখন এরকম খারাপ?
ইভেন আমার এমন হয়েছে আমি এইরকম হচ্ছে কি, ধরেন এটা লাস্ট রমজানে সময়টা বেশি ফিল করছি। ধরেন প্রত্যেকটা রমজানে আমি আমার মানে ইফতারের সময় ফ্যামিলির সাথে, সেহরির সময়, হ্যাঁ, আর অথবা রুমমেট থাকতো ওদের সাথে, কিন্তু লাস্ট রমজানে হয়েছে কি আমি আমার বাসায় একা, আমি নিজে রান্না করতাম, ইফতার নিজে তৈরি করতাম, ভোর রাতের খাওয়া নিজে খাইতাম। কেউ যে ভোর রাতে বলতো যে এখন সেহরি খাওয়ার সময় উঠতে হবে, এটা বলার কেউ ছিল না, জাস্ট উঠতাম, নিজে করতাম। মানে এই টাইমটাতে আমি বেশি ফিল করছি।
কারণ আমি তোমাকে বলি, এত বছর
এমন হয়েছে আমি লকডাউনে, জি ভাইয়া,
না যেমন আমার এত বছর বিদেশ জীবনে, এই যে ছোটবেলায় তো এই যে রোজার সময়ের একটা এক্সপিরিয়েন্স আছে, ঈদের এক্সপিরিয়েন্স আছে। যদি এবার কোরবানি ঈদে আমরা একসাথে ছিলাম বাংলাদেশে, ঠিক মানে তার সেদিনই না তারপর দিনই আমরা ফ্লাই করি বাংলাদেশ থেকে। কিন্তু আমি এখনো যখন রোজার সময় আসে, আমি কিন্তু এখনো ওই পরিবেশটা মিস করি। আমি যে ওই সন্ধ্যাবেলায় বের হলে যে একটা তাড়াহুড়া, মানুষজন বাড়িতে যাবে, ইফতার করবে, ইফতার কিনবে, এই জিনিসগুলো এখনো মিস করি। ডেফিনেটলি তুমি বাংলাদেশে থাকো যেহেতু আরো বেশি মিস করবে এই এক্সপেরিয়েন্স থেকে। সরি, তুমি বলছিলে আরো কি জানি বলছিলে তুমি?
হ্যাঁ, বলতেছি ধরেন আমার তো লকডাউনের সময় তো মেবি আমি তো চিন্তা করছি বাড়িতে যাব না, কারণ যেই অবস্থা ছিল বাংলাদেশে আর যেই সিচুয়েশন হইলো, আমি ভাবছি বাড়িতে যাইতে পারবো না। যেই দিন আমি আমার বাসায় ফোন দিলাম, ধরেন আমার অফিস বন্ধ হয়ে গেল 2 দিন পরে ঈদ, একদিন আগে বন্ধ হয়ে গেল। এখন আমি আমার আব্বু আম্মুর ফোন দিলাম যে আমি তো বাড়িতে যাইতে পারবো না, কারণ রাস্তাঘাট বন্ধ, সবকিছু বন্ধ, গাড়ি চলবে না। ওনারা ব্যাপারটা এইভাবে মেনে নিল যে এত কখনো তো এইভাবে ঈদ করা হয় না, এবারে একা ঈদ করবি কিভাবে? হ্যাঁ, তারপরে আমি বললাম না, রাস্তাঘাটে অনেক রিস্ক, এভাবে গাড়ি দিয়ে যাওয়া যাবে না, যদি কোনো অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়। কারণ ওই সময় তো আপনার গাড়ি চলতো না, ওই যে সিএনজি দিয়ে যাওয়া লাগতো অনেক দূর। পরে ওরা মানে নিল। তো ওই রাত আমি আবার ঘুমাইতে পারি না, সারা রাত আমি চিন্তা করলাম ঈদের দিন সকালে উঠা সেমাই খাওয়া, তারপরে সালাম দিয়ে ঈদের নামাজে যাওয়া, ফ্রেন্ডরা একসাথে হওয়া, ঈদের সারাদিন ঘোরাফেরা করা। মানে লাইফে আমি এই সময়টাতে আমি বেশি ফিল করছি যে একাকিত্ব।
মানে তুমি কবে, কোন বয়স থেকে মা বাবার কাছ থেকে বা তুমি গ্রামের বাড়ি ছেড়ে কখন শহরে ঢাকায় চলে আসছো?
আমি 2018 থেকে।
ও তাহলে 3 বছর মাত্র।
হ্যাঁ 3 বছর। বাট আমার এমন কখনো হয় না যে আমি আমার ফ্যামিলি ছাড়া কোথাও ছিলাম।
তা এখন অবস্থাটা কি রকম? এখন তো সবকিছু কিছুটা খোলামেলা।
এখন আমি ইউজ টু, আমি পুরো ইউজ টু। এখন আমি হয়তো এমন হয় যে 10 দিন 15 দিন পরে হঠাৎ করে চিন্তা করলাম যে সবার সাথে একটু কথা বলা দরকার। মাঝে মাঝে কথা হয় এখন যেহেতু ফেসবুক হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ আছে, কিন্তু এরকম হয় না যে সিরিয়াসনেস আগে থাকতো না, যে প্রতিদিন রাতে একটা কল দেওয়া, প্রতিদিন কথা বলা, প্রতিদিন কি করতেছে। কিন্তু এই জিনিসটা আমার কাছ থেকে কেন জানি মানে আমি ব্যস্ততার কারণে একটু গ্যাপ হয়ে গেল।
তবুও আমি বলবো কি যে হয়তো এটা একটু মেনটেন করার চেষ্টা করা উচিত। যেমন আমিও দোষী এই ব্যাপারে, আমি নিজেও বলছি এই কথা, কিন্তু আমারও মাঝে মাঝে হয় যে আমার বাবার সাথে কথা বলতে গেলে বা বাবা মার সাথে দেখা যায় আমি প্রায় চেষ্টা করি প্রতিদিন কল করতে, কিন্তু অনেক সময় 3-4 দিন 5 দিন হয়ে যায়। তো এই
হ্যাঁ ভাই সেম ভাইয়া, এই সেম জিনিসটা আমার ক্ষেত্রে দেব বলে এরকম হয়ে যায়, মিস্টেক হয়ে যায়।
আসলে আমাদের না আসলে মেনটেন করা উচিত। কেন আমি বলি, আমি একটা কথা ভাবি যে এখনো আছে, ধরো তুমি ফোন করলে ফোনের ওই পারে কিন্তু ওই গলাটা তুমি এখনো শুনতে পাবা, কিন্তু কোনো একটা দিন যখন আসবে যখন ফোন করার পর গলাটা শুনতে পাবা না।
এটা ব্যাখ্যাটা এই ফিল্ড আমি আপনাকে বলতেছি। আমি বলি আমার ফুল ফ্যামিলির কোভিড হয়েছে, বুঝছেন। আমি যখন কোরবানি ঈদে বাড়িতে গেলাম, বাড়ি থেকে আসার পরে যখন বাংলাদেশে কোভিড এর ফুল একটা মানে ওয়েব চলতেছিল, যেরকম কোরবানি ঈদের পর লাস্ট আগস্টের সময় আমার ফ্যামিলিতে আব্বুর জ্বর হয়েছে, আম্মুর জ্বর হয়েছে, ভাবতে পারি না। পরে অক্সিজেন আস্তে আস্তে কমতেছিল, পরে আমি ঢাকায় নিয়ে আসলাম ইমিডিয়েট কুয়েত মসজিদে ভর্তি করানোর পরে আমার আব্বার আপনার লাং 73% এফেক্টেড ছিল। তো ওইখান থেকে তখন আমি আর আমার বড় ভাই একবার আমার বাবাকে একটা মৃত্যু পথযাত্রী থেকে কাছ থেকে দেখছি। 17 দিন তিনি অক্সিজেন সাপোর্টে ছিল। ওই সময়টাতে যে আমি ফিল করলাম যে কি করলাম লাইফে, যে এখন তো এমন সময় হয়েছে যে এখন তো সবকিছু বুঝাইতে পারতেছি না, সবকিছু বলতে পারতেছি না, যে কি খাবেন আপনি, কেমন লাগতেছে, কি করতে মন চাইতেছে, মানে এমন পর্যায়ে চলে গেছিল। ওই সময়টাতে আসলে ফিল করছি যে আসলে আপনি যে বললেন না এখন তো গলাটা শোনা যায়, ওই পারে কে আছে, কথা বলা যায়, কিন্তু একটা সময় যদি না থাকে তখন তো ফিল করলে নিজে বোঝানো যাবে না।
ঠিক তো। আমি প্রতিদিন দেখা যায় আমাদের তো একটা সময়ের গ্যাপ আছে, তুমি তো বাংলাদেশে এখনো, আমাদের দেখা যায় আমি একটা 6 ঘন্টার একটা গ্যাপ। এই যে এখন ধরো বাংলাদেশে এখন বাজে রাত 1:14, ঠিক না? 1টা বাজে রাত। এখন এই সময় যখন আমি চিন্তা করব আচ্ছা আমি কল দিব, এই সময় কিন্তু যখন অনেক দেরি হয়ে যাবে, তার হয়তো ঘুমাবে। আমি প্রায় সময় ভাবি মানে আমরা তো আসলে জানি না আজকে আমারও শেষ দিন হতে পারে পৃথিবীতে, তাদেরও হতে পারে। এখন ওই জন্য আমার কাছে মনে হয়, আর ইম্পর্টেন্ট কি জানো, যে হ্যাঁ আমাদের জীবনে ব্যস্ততা থাকবে, অন্যান্য কাজকর্ম তো থাকে, কিন্তু আমার মনে হয় যে এটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট যে যেই ইম্পর্টেন্ট রিলেশনগুলো তোমার জীবনে সবচেয়ে মূল্যবান, তাদের সাথে কানেক্টেড থাকার চেষ্টা করাটা অনেক বেশি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। এটা যতই হোক ওটা চেষ্টা করো, কারণ অনেক সময় হয় কি ওটা ফিরে পাবো না, তো ওটা চলে গেলে কিন্তু ফিরে আসবে না। এটাই একটা মানে আমার
একদিন যাবে একদিনই শেষ হবে।
হ্যাঁ, আমি শুধু এটাই ভাবি যে কোনো একটা দিন যদি কেউ ওই পারে ফোনটা ধরার না থাকে, তাহলে আমি কি করব?
হ্যাঁ বুঝতে পারছি। আচ্ছা ভাইয়া, আপনি বাংলাদেশে কি বেশি মিস করেন ওইখানে থেকে?
আমি একটা সময় ছিল এবং এখনো হয়, আমি বাংলাদেশের সন্ধ্যা মিস করি খুব। সন্ধ্যা মানে কি, ধরো সন্ধ্যার আগে বিকালের গোধূলির যে সময়টা, আমি ওইটা খুব মিস করি। ওই সময় যে চারপাশে আজান হয়, একটা অন্ধকার পাখির আওয়াজ শুনবা, মানুষের মধ্যে কেমন জানি একটা সবকিছু একটু স্লো হয়ে আসে, তো ওই সময়টা আমি মিস করি। আর আমার আসলে স্মৃতি তো আসলে ছোটবেলার বাংলাদেশের, তো সেই সময়ের বাংলাদেশটা আর এখনের বাংলাদেশ অনেক বেশি দেখি, অনেক বেশি তাড়াহুড়া, সবকিছুতে অনেক বেশি নয়েজ, অনেক কিছু
অনেক যান্ত্রিক হয়ে গেছে,
অনেক ট্রাফিক। কিন্তু ওই সময় যে সময় আমার মনে হয় যে আমি এক সময় দেখা যেত যে গাড়ি টাড়ি রেখে রিক্সা নিয়ে বের হতাম শুধু এক জায়গা থেকে আরেক জায়গায় যাওয়ার জন্য, শুধু একদম খোলা রাস্তা, কোথাও রিক্সা থামতোই না, কোনো জামই নাই, মানে এরকম। আমি জানি না তুমি এরকম বাংলাদেশ কল্পনা করতে পারবা কিনা, কিন্তু আমার এক্সপিরিয়েন্স আছে যে চিটং এ এক সময় ছিল, আমি তো চিটং এ বড় হওয়া, তুমি একটা জায়গা থেকে সেই শুরু করলে প্রায় 2-3 প্রায় আধা ঘন্টা তুমি জার্নি করলে রিক্সাতে, একেবারে কোনো জ্যাম নেই, সবকিছু খোলামেলা। তো এটাই সাইমন, থ্যাঙ্কস আ লট ফর গিভিং আস দিস কল। খুব ভালো লাগলো তোমার সাথে কথা বলে। আর মেক শিওর,
আমার কাছে খুব ভালো লাগছে ভাইয়া আপনার সাথে কথা বলতে পারছি। এটা আমি আরেকদিন আমি আপনার লাইভটা দেখছি, মাঝে মাঝে দেখি আপনার সবগুলা মানে আমি ফেসবুকে ফলো করি, আমার কাছে ভালো লাগে।
থ্যাংক ইউ
মানে
থ্যাংক ইউ সাইমন। আর তোমার সাথে কথা হবে, আবারও কল করবে তুমি। আর প্রতি সানডেতে কিন্তু আমরা 6টার সময় প্রোগ্রাম শুরু করি।
হ্যাঁ, ঢাকায় আসলে ইনশাআল্লাহ একবার দেখা হবে আমার সাথে।
নিশ্চয়ই। ওকে সাইমন,
ওকে ভাইয়া, ভালো থাকেন। ভাবিকে সালাম দিবেন and all wishes for you, both of you.
Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you for calling.
Thanks a lot, Bobby. Thanks a lot, Bobby. Allah Hafiz.
Okay,
bye.
Great. Bye.
Right at the time,
okay.
Toy Floyd, he said he's in England. He said, "Good work, Bhaiya." And he said, "Why don't people ask anything about our beloved Bobby?" So, Toy, I think, or Toy or Floyd, that's interesting. If you call someone Toy. So, I think you should give us a call. The number is there. You can call directly. You don't have to use WhatsApp. And you can ask her the question that you want to ask.
Oh, great. Exciting.
How lonely are you? No.
I am not. I am stuck with this guy. Always, never lonely.
So, yeah, it's
Stuck like a sticker.
It's my privilege, yeah.
I'm responsible for sound effects and commentary. So what was he talking about?
Okay, so
is it like roughly like
what he was saying, the things he missed. He grew up in the countryside of Bangladesh.
Oh, I've heard that a lot.
With his parents.
Yeah.
And he just came to Dhaka 3 years back, and he's working there. So what happened during the lockdown, when we left Bangladesh, during the time, it was severe in Bangladesh, lockdown-wise.
It was, yeah.
So for 2 months, he was totally alone. And when he left Bangladesh, he used to call his parents every day. And almost every day. But then what happened, he was missing that. Even he was calling, but he wanted that attachment,
feeling,
the feeling of having someone in person. It's not the same.
No, it's true.
So that was his hardest moment. He couldn't see his friend. He couldn't go out. And also the day before Eid, not the Eid we experienced, the Eid al-Fitr.
The big one.
The big one.
The first part of
the first one.
Oh, wow.
So he couldn't even go there. And he said, okay, I'm not going to come to see you, his parents. So this is what it is. And they accepted it. But the thing is, he's telling me, you know what? I said, so how are you now? He said, I don't do it anymore. I don't miss like before. I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
And he's saying that's when I started sharing my stories to him, because every now and then I feel that so long we have our parents alive, Saira can definitely relate to me. I don't want to bring this one or make Saira sad, but she can relate to it and this void sometimes. I always think that, okay, so long you have this opportunity of getting in touch with someone on the other side.
Yeah.
Every day I feel when I dial this number and if there's no one to pick it up, how sad that day will be.
Yeah.
So anytime I just I have not been able to do that or make regular phone calls, I think about that. Simon, thanks a lot to you as well, and you're very welcome, Bhaiya. So I was, that's what we are sharing. And also he was asking, what do you miss about Bangladesh? And what do you miss most about
I heard you
Bangladesh?
told him the story about when I first arrived, that I was completely in a state of shock about everyone approaching me and how friendly people, and then the guys holding hands, that was acceptable.
So
that was interesting.
One of the things that hospitality, that tactileness of friendship, when you feel something, you express it. You just want to touch your friend, you just put your hand around their shoulder, you can do it. There's nothing that, okay, it's not right, holding hand is not right. You just do it, you express it. And that's the beauty of this, and I think that's what helps as well. And when you can express your emotions without any reservations, that's very important. So we had Toy, as I said, Toy Floyd. I mean, you could give us a call. You could have given us a call if you like.
I'm at a birthday party. That's why I couldn't call.
Oh yeah, he's at a birthday party. I missed that.
Well, we understand, but you're still listening to the show. That's pretty awesome. So you can text a question and I can answer you maybe this way.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think Toy Floyd can write his question or anything he wants to know.
Yeah.
And Esther can try to answer.
Yes.
That'd be great.
That's exciting.
And yeah, we have someone who's, that's really sweet. So, okay,
What happened?
you can, as I was saying, we are talking about our experiences of loneliness and what are the ways we can beat it. So we have so far talked about, I'll slowly add things as we go. So we talked about ritual, having something that you do daily with some added meaning and intention to it. So it could be anything. You could go out for a walk and making these phone calls like Simon does to his parents and anything that helps you, or finding some creative outlet if you're a singer or if you're a painter. And another thing, when you do this thing, say you're a singer, you're a dancer, you're a painter, just make it your playtime.
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself with someone else who's better than you. Because someone has a better voice.
There's
So,
always going to be someone better.
Always going to be someone who can sing better than me, who can play guitar better than me.
There's no one better than you. I have yet to find
so
someone.
nice. Oh my God.
It's true.
I'm gonna tell you. So as I said, before going to bed as well, sometimes to your partner, if you can share something good about them, this is what I'm gonna share with you tonight.
Okay.
That you've been really inspiring and encouraging to me.
Okay, great.
Now that's really true. Even when sometimes it happens that I listen to someone singing so nice and I'm practicing, and during my practice I get like, oh my God, should I really sing or should I practice? Is there any meaning to it? That's toxic. Don't do that.
Yeah.
If that's my time when I was connecting with myself and connecting with my creative outlet by singing, playing guitar, or whatever in my studio I'm doing,
Yeah.
that's my time. That's my time that I should enjoy, rather than comparing myself to someone who's probably better than me or 100 times better than I am.
Of which
It
there
doesn't
isn't,
really
but,
matter.
you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Here our TikToker.
Hey, Mr. TikTok.
Nice to see you again. You'll see us every Sunday at 6. We start the show. So you're Mr. TikTok, David.
David, just so you know, we had English lesson number 11. 11. Is that the one with the TikTok? Or the 10?
He is. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
laughing.
Okay, good. So we basically did a special opening to our English lesson, which was inspired by your TikTok videos. And you'll see it when you go to the other channel that we have, ENE in Harmony, and you see me with a TikTok situation.
Oh yeah,
anyway,
that's lesson 10.
It's lesson number 10.
Lesson number 10. If
Yeah.
you go in ENE in Harmony,
It's too funny.
one of our lesson number 10, you should see that video and you'll see about our TikTok,
Yeah.
and which is kind of inspired by the number of people who follows you and everything.
Okay, great.
And number
He's
of
gonna
people
check.
probably who will follow me at the moment. I don't even have a TikTok account.
We both actually no, I do have a TikTok account.
You do have.
I
don't.
have. You know how many followers I have? 2. One is you. One is my mom.
Oh my God! I'm so lucky to be able to sit next to a big TikToker who has 2 followers. So,
You consist of 50% of my followers.
okay, yeah. And your mom is the other 50%. Thanks for sharing it. So see, that's what now
You
we're
see how much I care?
Yeah, this is about now. This is a very good point. It's a segue to the important point
Okay.
about loneliness.
I'm
There's
ready.
another thing. Sometimes it's the insecurities we have.
Oh, he's gonna follow me today.
Oh, you'll have 3.
Thank you.
So it's about the insecurities we have.
Yes.
Like we feel that we're not good enough, or we don't have enough, or we really can't reach out to other people because we are not enough. So that's one of the things we have to remember, that it really doesn't matter at what place you're in, you're enough within yourself. And if you can overcome that fear, and that's another way of creating this relationship or this bonding with other people.
Yeah.
So that's very important in terms of if you try to beat your loneliness, because that's how it's created. Because we are so much after this perceived popularity, and say we are thinking, oh my God, I'm not good enough. That's why people are not liking my videos, or that's why people are not following me, or things like that. If you stay there and slowly you just shrink within yourself, and that's when you can start feeling lonely as well, because you're scared to reach out and talk to people. So that's important as well.
Yeah, there's actually a very nice example of that, which I wanted to give about my sister. because about 10 years ago, my sister, she was a single mom, and she had a second kid on the way at the time. And she basically was by herself with a 2-year-old and a brand new newborn baby. And she went on Facebook and just set up a little group called the East Grinstead Moms, or the East Grinstead Mothers. And it was purely to network with people who also were single moms, so they could help each other out on babysitting and step in and also give advice, like mothers who are now a mother for the first time, who are going through things they've never experienced before. And this group grew from 20 to 30 people that really had each other's back to over 8,000 people. But it was never for her about how many, it was how many people can we help. And this group is a movement. It is absolutely beautiful to watch. Like, a mother will have lost a car key somewhere. They post something on that group, and within normally an hour or so, the key is actually found, like, within that region. And there's other local towns who started their own Facebook groups. And my sister actually got an award from the mayor for setting this up and running this.
Members do they
She's
have
got
now?
8,000 people on the
8,000,
group right
wow.
now, and she's very, very strict on the administration. They don't sell things except for on Monday, and it has to be specific, mostly stuff that mothers produce. So it's really by mothers for mothers, and so that loneliness factor, in this case, social media did help, but it was used for the right reason. It wasn't to give them the dopamine, is it,
Dopamine.
of how many likes. It was literally,
It's a hormone.
yeah, I know. But it wasn't done for that. It was done, who else is in the same problem? How can we work out together?
Like
how
the
we can do
dopamine
this?
rush you'll have when you see David is following you.
I
now.
got 3 followers.
You have one more follower. Okay.
Thank
now,
you for taking this serious.
no, that's a very good
It was
point,
good,
and
and she
it's
did
an
great.
important, because I'm getting to that. Now, when you have a group of 8,000 people, that's another important thing. That you definitely have people from all different walks of life, people who are totally different from each other, not similarities.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the problems, how we get lonely. Because when we choose our acquaintances or people we hang out with or within our network, sometimes we want everyone to be like us. We like everyone to be similar. So that's not very important in the sense that, because it's really hard to come by. Because around you, there are people who won't be necessarily like you. But the thing is, it doesn't mean that they're not good enough. Because everyone is unique and they have their own talents. And so long we can find the goodness in other people, then definitely you'll find it doesn't have to be similar. You can connect with people. So if you open up your mind a little bit and go out of your shell or get out of your shell, it'll be easier to make more connections. And that can be one of the ways of beating loneliness. And on that note, David said something. Would you like
I
to
think you should use TikTok to spread the activities you are doing so more people can be involved. Yeah, that's actually a good point. In fact, we are going to start that very soon.
I think we should do that.
Yeah, we were going to start that for both English lessons and then for this one, I guess, sound bites, and there's enough comical situations that
There are a
happen.
lot of things that's happening on the live stream, and
Yeah.
also there are a lot of information that you'll find on the podcast we do every Monday. The interview that I do
That one's
with
amazing,
people with a lot of experiences, influences, and people who are doing great things, even in different stages of their lives. So those information, those experiences, we would like to share, probably TikTok. And I was talking about that. Probably we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
And and you might have your 4th follower, and I might have my 1st follower because I don't have any TikTok.
Do you
account.
even have a TikTok
I
thing
don't
yet?
have
No,
one.
we can create one for knowing who you are.
I faked in my ENE. No, I mean, I just said that in advance.
Wow.
So
more than 1
1
billion videos get viewed by each day on TikTok. It's
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Well, we should use it a bit more then.
Yeah.
We will.
And
Thank you,
because
David.
Thank you, David. Because one of the reasons, because our attention span is getting so shorter now. So anything that's short, so if you give someone to watch something that's 5 seconds or 10 seconds, that's okay with them.
Yeah.
But normally the interviews that I do, it's more than an hour long.
Up to 3 hours sometimes.
And this one, live stream, is up to 3 hours. So
no,
but
but
still,
we can use it.
yeah, I mean, we will use it. Thank you. What's Esther's username?
My username. Oh my God, we're going
she
live.
has
One
to
moment.
see. We don't even.
I don't
know.
even know.
She
This
doesn't.
is terrible.
So that's how good she is with that. Yeah, congrats. No wonder why I'm the other half and your mom is the other half of your following. So yep, you're congrats on live stream. You're getting your 3rd follower.
Okay.
So by the way, so we are on Knowing Who You Are, the podcast we do every Monday. You see that we have new videos coming up. So tomorrow there's a new video release, and I'm talking to a guy. He's a calisthenics coach. It's a interesting body movement, or it's a physical activity, you can say. It's one of the fitness. I don't know how to term it, to be honest. I should have read about this a little bit, but it's a lot of interesting contortions and a lot of strength is involved. So he started working out at a very young age, at the age of 16, without the help of anyone. He didn't have any information, but he wanted to be a physical trainer or fitness trainer. So now he is a head calisthenics coach in one of the gyms in Kuwait. So he's in Kuwait at the moment, and I had interviewed him last week. So tomorrow you'll be released, and you can see that podcast, and later on it'll be released for download on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music as well. So yeah, tomorrow, keep your eyes peeled. It's coming tomorrow on Knowing Who You Are, on the YouTube channel Knowing Who You Are. And I would like to urge everyone to subscribe to that, whoever hasn't done it yet, because that helps us in terms of to know who we have and what kind of video you like, and we can bring that content to you, and that kind of interview, or which guest or which conversation you enjoyed more. So that gives us a kind of a data to understand where we are, or what kind of information that you're looking for on Knowing Who You Are. So yeah, I think we still have half an hour for the show. So in the meantime, if anyone would like to give us a call, that's 0044730819298. You can call from any part of the world. Simon Ahmed from Dhaka, he called and shared with us. It was really sweet of him to share with us the things he's going through in his life. And it's really amazing. Okay, have to leave now. Sure, David. Enjoy your evening, rest of the evening, whatever you're doing. It's a Sunday evening, so definitely you have plans with your family as well. So, yeah.
And I just had a groundbreaking realization. So I don't actually have 2 followers on TikTok.
You have 1.
No, I'm following 2 people on TikTok. I'm not being followed by anyone.
Oh my God.
So David, you're going to be my first one, and then I'll put some exciting content on there as well.
No, I mean, yeah, how many things can we handle in one go? We have this YouTube, we have 2 YouTube channels.
Yeah, and it's a lot.
Even to work on those contents, if only people would know how much work that goes behind everything. Like even the live show you're watching, there are a lot of things involved, apart from our 2 hour that I already followed you. Oh,
hey, thank you.
That's amazing. So yeah, I think on TikTok, definitely this should come up. So this is what Esther was working on today. The tree she got, but
it's not decorated yet, by the way. Decorated. I'm not that bad.
Yeah, we just started, and we were rushed because we had to get ready for the live show.
Yeah, we're going to
buy this is my favorite on the things, but I am planning on adding more to it.
Yeah.
And this is Esther with her famous Christmas goggle.
It's not goggles, it's glasses.
Glasses? I don't see any glass. There's totally empty. If I poked, I could probably touch your eyes.
Well, goggles have glass as well.
Okay, yeah. Point taken. Yeah. We see the face of the clever person. And that's
the clever.
Okay, so thanks to Thyra, and thanks to Shifat today for sharing the amazing journal. Shifat's son, what was his name?
Blank.
Yeah,
blank.
Shifat.
Very sorry. Worry, not personal. We just forgot.
Yeah, we
There's
kind of
so much going on here.
So he's 8 years of age now, and he is a striker, but he plays as a midfielder.
Yeah.
So about that, he made a journal in his diary. Then it was an entry to his journal the other day, that what he did, and that's the highlight of the day for him. It's very important. So now from that point we can come, because whenever we try to find a highlight of the day, sometimes we are very driven to do something special, that every day has to be special. I go through that. I'm guilty of that. Any day I'm not highly productive, I would go depressed. And I can't accept that I didn't do much today. So that's very important, that sometimes you take it slow, and it can happen. But try to find a highlight on that day, whatever that can be. It could be that you have taken the day off, fine, but what did you do? Did you sit down silently without touching your phone or feeling lonely? Because one of the important things of signs of loneliness I see these days now, people would always just, anywhere you go, you just, anywhere you go, you normally pick up your phone, or sometimes you start checking your emails or messages or anything. That's one of the issues that we always have. And Esther is laughing.
I'm sorry.
What happened? Oh, it's okay. I get it.
Because I just thought I turned off the
Oh,
whole
I
show.
see. It's all right.
Because my phone was slipping down.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
I
I
know.
wasn't actually listening to what you were saying.
So,
My highlight was I almost just gate crashed the show.
okay, what's your highlight of the day today?
Today, I think putting up the Christmas tree. When we had Christmas music playing, and we were having a nice cup of tea, or I was having a cup of tea, and I was doing it. It was really good. And suddenly I thought, you know what, this is happening. We are doing this. And then my family's coming over, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And our road trip.
Yeah.
Our road trip was nice because we drove around, and it was such a
It was
nice
such
day.
a nice day
Oh,
today. I
man.
mean, even though it was a bit dreary, gloomy,
Yeah,
but
it was
the drive was nice.
Yeah.
It was a nice weather today. And I don't know how many people got out in London and they can share the same experiences. Because these moments, whatever we do together, say we find things to do together. So it could be a walk to your corner shop together.
Yeah, we don't even, when you just need to go to the shop, I normally just come with you,
Yeah. That's one of the
It's a
things,
nice
if we
thing.
are around and both of us are at home,
Yeah.
we normally make a point that we do it together.
Yeah.
So this pivoting points, if you create those where you can have these connections, these anchors of connections, that's the exact word. When you create those, these anchor points. So that's very important. What are you doing?
I'm anchoring to you.
Okay. Oh my God. I thought, what's happening? Somebody's just throwing my clothes.
Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, these are the points. So one thing is, when you're feeling lonely, your ritual, anything. So if anyone has any ritual, we'd like to know from you. I mentioned many. Like for the two of us, two things. I said for couples is important that end of the day, it could be before going to bed, or it could be before you're getting ready for bed. You can share with each other that what you are happy about. I mean, what the other person had done that made you happy, what you loved about him or her. The same thing. It's a reciprocal thing. So the other person can share the same thing with you. And when you're going to bed, because from a neuroscientific point of view, the first hour, your brain, I mean, whatever, if you go with happy thought, it would be on a loop, and it would totally shape the whole thing. Sometimes you can have bad dreams and other things. What happens? Because the bad experience you have before you go to bed. But if you go with happy thoughts, then definitely you'll have some good dreams, hopefully.
Yeah.
That a train is not running, or coming behind you, and you can't run fast, and things like that.
Yeah.
Many people might have those experiences.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, so anchor points or anchor of connections between partners, couples, is very important to having those moments. For us, to be honest with you, this Sunday live we do, I look forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Because this is the time we sit together. We do many things together. We go around. I mean, throughout the day we had been doing, because it's Sunday we had more relaxed time. We had done many things together. But even this one, for these 2 hours, can you imagine we sit together and we just do whatever we do? We have fun. We get connected to people, get to know more people, and get to know and hear from you, your amazing messages. Sometimes it's good songs, sometimes journal entry from a young boy at the age of 8, and this amazing video we shared of Jannah today. I think we should play that video again.
I think so too.
Okay, so what happened? Let me give you a little bit of background. Last week, Sarah, one of our regular callers, listener, and a viewer, Esther shared her journals, her diaries, which she had been keeping from the age of 6. So she had shared that one last week. And based on that, Saira was so inspired. She went the next day to buy diaries for her daughters, and she inspired them to start keeping their own journals. And that's when everything happened, and Saira shared with us. So have a look at this video. Oh my God, all the scrapbooks are here. And we can show some of the things. Okay. It might inspire people.
So first of all, this is my little diary. Oh God, you can buy them. Here we go. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Here we go. So it says Esther's Happiness Journal. I made it myself in the front.
So you know it's not all talk, it's real.
No. And then so you can see here, basically, I'm not going to show you every part of it, but you know, sometimes it's a big thought, sometimes it's a small one.
So, you know how you look at your journals and it just takes you back to that time?
Yes.
I have something like that. When I'm doing something fun or I want to remember the time, I play a certain music because I feel like when you listen to that particular music again, it just straight away takes you back to how you were feeling, how everything was, what someone maybe have said. So yeah, I love your diary. That's such a great idea.
Yeah, and what it actually also did for me, it forces you to write down things, and in the end, I always would end the night with writing one sentence, which in Dutch is morgen moet het een leuke dag worden, which means tomorrow it will be a great day. And I wrote that every single night. And it became a running joke between the family members when we say goodbye. Tomorrow's going to be a great day, you know.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I have a photograph. I mean, I was 6 when I started that. Is a picture of me writing. It's actually the writing itself. I have it on my desk as a constant reminder that tomorrow will be a great day.
I get surprised, Saira, you know, when I saw that and she literally has that. I was thinking, oh my God, at 7 years, I mean, that's the age, a tender age. How would you know all these things?
I love your ideas. I'm stealing them.
Yeah, no, please. Because what it will make them do, it will automatically make them reaffirm that there's good things that happened. And that's what they'll go to sleep with, you know, it's a beautiful thing.
Exactly. I love that idea of you.
We would love to hear about how that goes.
Today my happiness thing was PE and music. It was very fun and I liked playtime. I played with my friend. I liked it. I like my food today. I drew in literacy. I did lots of things that was fun today. It's nice to have a good day and important to just think about the happy stuff today and not the negative things. Even at school, you should be proud of yourself.
Amazing. So that was the diary of Jannah, and that was probably her first entry in the journal.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're so happy that Saira got inspired and she inspired her daughter to do that. And same thing, Shifat's son. It's very important to write. Reading and writing is a very important thing. And it's called a spiritual windshield wiper. As I say that, especially for people early in the morning, if you can write something, whatever you feel like writing, if you do that, even if you don't feel like writing, write about that. Whatever you're feeling. Say you get up sometimes, you got up from bed probably feeling worried. There can be days when you're feeling very productive. You want to do something. Just write it down, few lines. Like as you had seen, Jannah's diary entry was very simple. Same thing, Shifat's son, he talked about his experience in the football field because they had been waiting for months, and now he's playing. And
he's achieved a new position in the game as well, which he was very happy with.
So it can be a very simple thing. It doesn't have to be a whole entry of very literary stuff. It could be just whatever you're feeling. Just get it out of your system. And also keep a record of the thing. And that's one of the ways of definitely, it's part of a ritual that you have. Because this is something, I had something similar when I was growing up, I used to keep my journal. I keep it in a different way now. I rather write poetry, blog posts, and my thoughts about, anything. So there was a time I used to just write down anywhere I could. So I could go back home and write it down. So I would write it down like dialogues, literally. So it was, I said this, and that person said that.
Wow.
So it's very interesting. So tomorrow a podcast is coming. A young guy at the age of 21. His name is Tosif. And you'll see a very interesting thing he shared with me during the podcast, that he had no teacher, no guidance, but he started having his clients. He's a physical fitness trainer. So he didn't have any guidance. So he would write down in his notebook his dialogues. Tosif. So how would you like to train? And the client would say this. And this is Tosif says, this is how much I'm going to charge you. And what he would reply. So this is kind of a journal, I think. It's a journal entry. So, and
well, there's a nice comment from Chloe Kinsett here. She said, I love this idea. I'm going to pass this on to my daughter when she's older. Heart. Good for the soul.
God.
Yes, it is good for the soul.
Very
Wonderful.
good.
Thank
Lovely,
you.
Chloe.
Thank you
and
very
we're
much.
happy. I mean, it's such a cute daughter she has.
Yeah.
And I think that's the daughter's picture we can see there.
Oh, wow. Okay, good.
So, Chloe, I mean, if you want, you can share your experiences in terms of the experience you had last year during COVID. You can share with us, because today we are talking about loneliness, the feeling of loneliness, and how we deal with this one, or if we ever been through that and how we dealt with that. If you want, you can share with us. The number is there. You can call directly 07308192908. That'd be great to hear your voice. And yeah, it's just I know her from a long time ago, and we worked together at some point many years ago.
Great.
And yeah, she had been a very good friend, and all the years, everything that I've done, she would always inspire from afar.
Wow,
so very
that's
good
awesome.
friend.
That's
Amazing.
terrific.
So yeah, Chloe, if you'd like to give us a call, that'd be great. And you can share with us if you ever had this feeling of loneliness and how you dealt with this. So we've been sharing our experiences, and many people who called us, they shared with us their experiences and how they deal with. So far, I have got to the point of anchors of connection between couples, and which is when you're sharing good things about each other before you go to bed, and the things you do as a ritual. It could be between couples, friends, parents, anyone. You can go out for a walk. You can catch up for breakfast, which I have experienced in America. Breakfast is a big thing.
Right.
So people always make plans over breakfast. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow breakfast. We're having breakfast tomorrow. And they get up at 6:30, 10, 7, they have the breakfast.
Oh my God.
But that's an interesting experience.
Wow.
Chloe said, oh, wow, I was so lonely, but just listened to music, sang, and danced.
Oh, that's
When
that's
was that, Chloe?
We want to hear. We
Yeah,
want to
I
hear
mean,
from you.
If you give us a call, that'd be great, Chloe. I don't know what situation you're in, but
No,
that'd be
she's
lovely.
saying, I will definitely call you soon. Baby has just gone to sleep, but I'll share with you soon.
Oh, yeah, Chloe. Great.
Yeah,
We'd
we
like
don't want to wake up the child.
No, definitely. And especially from your brother who
Yeah, we've
has a
learned.
daughter of a year old.
She's a year now, yeah.
She-
Yeah, we've
so,
learned a lot from that.
Yeah, we have seen that how sensitive it can be, so we
Oh my
know.
God.
Because it can be really dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous in all respect
Yeah.
for the baby and for the household.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd like to listen to Chloe. But so as I was saying, ritual, it can be in any manner, but you have to do it regularly during good times, bad times. You have to show up and do the same things.
I like our morning ritual where I make breakfast and then we sit down, or sometimes you make breakfast, but we always sit in the kitchen. And the kitchen has a nice big window. You look out onto the green, and then we normally sort of, we plan what we're going to do that day. It's a sort of similar thing.
And I like our swimming ritual.
Yeah, we go swimming most days.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's another ritual we have, like going out for swimming, because I go to the gym after that. But then, yeah, we catch up again back home. But the thing is that the swimming ritual we have, even in the water, when we are together doing the swimming, we chat sometimes when we are swimming. And even when she was teaching me how to swim. So during that time, we would have those funny moments when I would do something totally silly. But the thing is that we would laugh about it so much. And there are times when I was initially struggling to swim properly. When we would start talking, I would forget about many of the barriers I had in my head. I would be like, oh my God, I'm going to drown. I would forget and I'll start swimming because I'm talking and we are so this is how it shows. But I feel fortunate for people, especially when you have a meaningful connection with anyone. It doesn't always have to be someone that it could be a partner, but it could be a good friend. But most of the time, problem is we say that we have like, say I have more than 4,000 friends probably, or 3,000 friends, I don't know. But how many friends am I really connected to? That's the question. Back in the days when Facebook started, I was on TV, networking happened, and many people got in touch. They saw my show and they wanted to be friends with, and I always accepted. But I feel the other day I posted something saying that, okay, how many people are really interested in things I do, or at least say hello? They don't have to like my post, but they have to say that they exist.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what friends are for. When you're doing well, they inspire you. When you're doing bad, they stand by you. So that's very important. Chloe said, that's beautiful. You're so beautiful together. Oh,
thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But you had a lot of people who actually responded to that message on Facebook as well. There were many. And I sent out the same message, and I remember I got a whole bunch.
It depends on how many friends you have.
No, but I got a lot of you have a lot more friends on Facebook, but it was actually I have mostly just my family and people that I actually know.
You're right. I mean, from this point, I feel that because we always go for this perceived popularity, be it in Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook. But the main thing is that always strive for the real connections. This is what I'm all about now.
I think for Facebook, that's important.
That's why I said that. I mean, whenever I see that, okay, Esther has probably 75 friends.
No, it's on Friends. I actually had like 120.
120. So I say that she's in a good place rather than me having 4,000 friends. Because out of those 4,000, how many friends really do get in touch with me? I mean, I think they don't even remember that I exist.
But I do say, like, every time we have a post or a show or something, there is a good 150 up to 200. And it is always the same people. And it's nice. And they are definitely...
That's the thing. I mean, these are really friends, nice. You know?
Yeah.
So that's...
You know them. There's
that's
a connection
why I say
there.
that this virtual connection, sometimes when people, after that, you get to see... Because we make plans sometimes to meet people outside. After this show, we would see someone and we catch up and people do recognize... It happened in Bangladesh for me.
Yeah,
it was
an
interesting experience.
Yeah,
we went to a shop and I saw a guy. We were wearing mask.
Yeah.
And Esther was there to buy something. I was with her. And that guy started smiling at me. But I could see from his eyes that he's smiling, looking at me. And I was thinking, what's going on? Because I don't visit Bangladesh that often. And then he stopped me. He said, are you on TV? I said, yes, I am sometimes. And I had regular shows before, but now it's more or less, it's my podcast and other things that I do. So he said, yeah, that's why I think I know you. I have seen you sing and this, that. That was really an amazing moment just from a stranger. And this is how connections can happen.
Yeah.
So this is why I feel that nowadays we have these facilities. Back in the days, you have to be, employed by a TV channel to do a TV show. But nowadays, no one is monitoring. If you want to do your Facebook Live, you can.
Yeah.
Now, that brings me to another point. Concentrate on giving. Rather than, because when you do just things for yourself, you're staying lonely as you are. Because it's just everything just is going in. Nothing is going out. If you see the motion, it's going in. You're shrinking. When it goes out, it's expanding. So you're reaching out to more people. And when you give people, it reciprocates. Say, for example, when you're connecting with people through these shows, they connect with us. And this is how it's expanding. So there would be a day when, if ever, if we are in any kind of trouble, we feel lonely, we want to reach out to people and talk to them, there will be people for us, I hope. And we can at least, share and talk.
There is, yeah.
We'll come and do a podcast probably. Yeah? But I hope we would be able to deal with it. But still, one of the ways of dealing with it, reaching out to people. Because we are so scared of reaching out to people and asking for help. This is another thing. Whenever you feel you go through those bad patches and bad moments, we're always very conscious. Oh my God, what they will think about me. Am I lonely? And I don't have anyone to share my problems with. Oh my God, I'm a loser.
Yeah, and it can also be connected to having bad experiences in the past, whereas when you asked for help and someone made fun of you or laughed at you for whatever, and, it could be considered not cool to show that you're vulnerable,
Yeah.
so that could happen as well, which I've experienced before when I needed help and that wasn't available at that time.
Yeah.
And you feel very lonely at that point. Now the good thing is I've always had lots of friends, so I just reached out to someone else and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how people don't always speak out when they need the help.
So when you need help, reaching out to people would definitely help. And ritual. I keep on saying. So
Yeah.
this Sunday ritual I have established with Esther now that we do it together. I started doing it on my own. Yeah. And I felt that, okay, during these 2 hours, she's just doing something, but now we can spend time together doing this. And
Well, I would sit next door on my phone watching the show
yeah. So now
while I was drawing.
yeah, she's part of the show, and there's so many things we talk about when we are off air. I thought it would be really good to have her here as well. She can share the experience, and she's an active member of Knowing Who You
Thank
Are.
you.
She's working on the graphics, as you see, the videos and all the edits and everything that's happening. She's doing it. So definitely, and every idea that I share with her, and we talk together.
And vice versa.
And also,
Yeah.
so I felt that she would be the right person to sit with me on the show. And here we are. And you are the popular Bhabhi now. So,
Really cute. So
yeah.
sweet. Puppy.
That's cute. So, yeah, and also like Shifat, whenever she calls and she's like, Bhabhi, that's very cute.
It's very nice. Sweet
So
word.
it's amazing. And the experiences we are having through that. So one thing is sometimes being alone and have your me time is important.
This is true.
Yeah. Spending time with yourself is important to know who you are. This is what knowing who you are is all about. Because sometimes we don't know who we are and we start feeling lonely and we are scared of being alone. Being alone is one thing, but feeling lonely is a different thing. These are two different things. And Shifat,
Bhabhi.
that's very sweet, Shifat. So this two differences, if we can distinguish them, like being alone and loneliness is two different.
Yeah.
So unless you learn to be alone and be happy with yourself, just with yourself, because it's very important to know yourself, unless you get the time to spend time with yourself in silence. This is, sometimes I do it. Just you see me sometimes. Esther used to get very worried before she got to know me. Now how she knows me, that I would suddenly go quiet and silent and just come to my studio, start working music or doing something. And she would, "Are you okay? Are we okay? Have I done something wrong? Why are you so silent?" But it's just my way of spending time with myself in silence. But then I realized communication is important with the other person you're sharing the same space with. And if you're connected to that person, like I'm connected to her. So I've realized that, okay, there are many things we learn as we go. Like, say, for example, there had been times like I'm like this. I go from zone to zone. If I'm thinking about something at this point, suddenly my thought, I totally went to a different thought now. I wouldn't even let the other person know what I'm thinking now. And I start doing something totally different. And while the other person left wondering, what happened? Where did he go? And what is he thinking now?
Yeah. But
So
you
we
had
had
also been by yourself for a really long time.
Yeah.
Where you didn't have that constant partnership, which is something you also had to get used to in the beginning. Because obviously, I'll never forget the days where you'd walk in from the gym and you still had your rucksack on and everything else in your coat and you'd just start cooking. Like, that's such a bachelor thing to do.
That's when, I learned to live with myself very comfortably.
Yeah.
And I used to tell you very often initially, I would say, I'm very happy with myself. But the thing is, it's very important to be confident, to be able to sustain just on your own. But you are very fortunate when you have someone with the right connection. That where you can share your insecurities, where you can share your loneliness, the moments of loneliness or the things that makes you feel lonely. or how you can beat that. But I was talking about the importance of communication in this respect. So initially what happened, there had been many moments. Say, for example, she had started preparing breakfast. And she's expecting me to join her after the breakfast or probably lunch. I said, yeah, I'm joining. And she'll say, okay, breakfast is ready, lunch is ready. And after that, I'm nowhere to be found because I got busy with something else. I probably had started listening to someone. I probably came into my studio, started working or playing. And then she'll just show up at the doorstep and she's like, where are you? What happened? I said, oh, sorry. Yeah, I was about to join you. That's when I realized it's very important. No one is a mind reader. So it's very important to communicate. So one of the ways of beating loneliness is good communication. So when you communicate your insecurities, the problems you're having, even your change of plans, you don't distance yourself with people. Because when people get used to it, that's a big problem. Say you keep yourself distanced with other people, or it could be you're sharing your house with, it could be a housemate, your partner, your husband or your wife. But then if you get them used to the situation when they're not anymore, they don't need or feel the need to be around you or be in communication, you two people are totally silent in each other's presence. That's lethal.
Yeah.
That's really dangerous.
But we did solve that in the end, because I said to you, you're like, it's okay when the food is cold. I don't mind. And I'm like, but I want you to have it warm. And so what we do now is 5 minutes before food is ready, I say 5 minutes before the food, or 5 minutes before breakfast, or 5 minutes before lunch. And then he knows that he has time to finish, because I also appreciate very often he is in the middle of something that he needs to concentrate on or focus on. So I'll say 5 minutes to go. And then when the time is up and ready to go, I'll go, Baba!
Oh my God.
And that is the signal that if he doesn't show up, he's not going to get a hot meal at that point.
Oh God.
And the next thing is I'll start eating really loudly so he knows I've started to eat. No,
it hardly does happen nowadays.
It's not happening. It happened
because
once.
Yeah,
it's
because
good.
that was my
We're
lesson,
so-
my
we're so
wake
in
up call.
sync. We're so in
Because
sync.
anything I do, I try to learn from my mistake. This is one of the things, and I feel that because I value, and a relationship is a constantly evolving situation but two people have to work very actively and they have to be proactive to improve the relation. That's very important. So I always analyze where I had gone wrong.
And I do the same.
Yeah.
But we both do that, which is fortunate.
Yeah.
That we don't blame the other person. We look at,
It doesn't work.
What could we have done, you know?
Because you make yourself more lonely.
Yeah, it's true.
If you blame the other person, you just distance the other person, you shut them out, and that other person won't share with you what problems or what they're feeling. And that's really, again, very dangerous. And this is one of the ways of really getting very lonely for a very long time. Okay.
Shifat, that's funny.
Okay, that's cute. Yeah,
Shifat is saying, wow, I call my husband Baba too. Yeah, I don't know when it started. It just started one day. It was just a thing.
I
always
think
called you Baba.
it's very funny. You would know Shifat, yeah. Like she's not Bangladeshi.
No.
And probably in Dutch you never heard that term. Yeah.
No.
But
and I don't say baby. It started with baby, and it sort of didn't ring right. You called me that, but when I called you, somehow it just didn't sit right.
No, it's really interesting. She picked it up. I don't know where she picked it up from, but she started calling me Baba. But then we call, there are a lot of other things, but the thing is, it's endearing.
Whoa.
Yeah, but no, like I have certain names for you as well.
Yeah, you do.
But the thing is, these are the anchors of connection. I'm going back to the topic every time. Wherever I go, I come back.
I throw you off.
No,
sorry.
I come back to the topic because I like to keep it relevant, but
no, it's true.
Everything is
related.
But
it's all relevant. It's good.
All relevant.
Yeah.
So I think it's 8 o'clock now. If anyone would like to share their experience of loneliness with us and how they beat that emotion or beat that feeling during that hard time of their life, they can share with us. The number is there, 07308192908. Or It's already nearly 2 hours for us, and we would like to call it a night because, unlike last week, probably. Oh, what is actually it's usually Oi you, if not Baba.
Oi, you.
Oh my
That's
God.
funny.
Yeah, well, he definitely does something that
Yeah.
not to your liking. So yeah,
But if you did not have a chance to call this week and you would like to, then you can call next week. And again Sunday 6 p.m. UK time. We'll be
Yeah.
here.
We'll
Same
be here.
number. So
Same
You
number.
can save the number. This will be on Facebook and YouTube.
yeah.
And YouTube. And so the record is there with the number as well if you need it.
But every Monday we have a new episode of the podcast Knowing Who You Are,
Tomorrow
which is
an
coming
exciting
tomorrow.
one, yeah.
Tomorrow is a very exciting one.
Yeah.
I would ask everyone to watch that. It's a very interesting one. A young
yeah.
guy at the age of 21, what he's achieving, what he's trying to achieve,
Yeah.
and what's his story you'd like to know. He's from Kuwait and he's a Bangladeshi.
Yeah,
but he grew up there and he speaks fluent English and Arabic, and the interview is in English as usual. So you get to see that, and I would like to invite everyone to watch that. We have everyone who's watching now and everyone who had joined us, called us. We really are grateful to your support.
Yeah.
Grateful for your support. And
Yeah.
Shifat, promise that you would share a video from his football field. I mean, if you're allowed to do that, or at least he's playing, if you can do that. And also his diary, like we had shared Jannah's diary. And before we leave, I would like to share with everyone probably once more that video. Why not?
Yeah, I agree.
Because
Sorry, I thought you were going to show
yeah.
the Christmas tree.
Last week, Esther had shared her journal, which she started at the age of 6, and how it inspired Syra's daughter and Syra. Let's watch that video. Oh my God, all the scrapbooks are here. And we can show some of the things. It
Okay.
might inspire people.
So
Yeah.
first of all, this is my little diary. Oh God, you can buy it in pay. Here we go. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Here we go. So it says Esther's Happiness Journal. I made it myself in the front.
So you know it's not all talk, it's real.
No, and then so you can see here. Basically, I'm not gonna show you every part of it, but sometimes it's a big thought, sometimes it's a small one.
So, you know how you look at your journals and
Yes.
it just takes you back to that time.
Yes.
I have something like that. When I'm doing something fun or I want to remember the time, I play a certain music because I feel like when you listen to that particular music again, it just straight away takes you back to how you
Yeah.
were feeling, how everything was, what someone maybe have said. So yeah, I love your diary. That's such a
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah, and what it actually also did for me, it forces you to write down things, and in the end, I always would end the night with writing one sentence, which in Dutch is morgen moet het een leuke dag worden, which means tomorrow it will be a great day. And I wrote that
Yeah.
every single night, and it became a running joke between the family members when we say goodbye. Tomorrow's going to be a great day,
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I have a photograph. I mean, I was 6 when I started that. Is a picture of me writing. That's actually the writing itself. I have it on my desk as a constant reminder that tomorrow will be a great day.
I get surprised, Sarah, when I saw that and she literally has that, I was thinking, oh my God, at 7 years, I mean, that's the age, a tender age. How would you know all these things?
I love your ideas. I'm stealing them.
Yeah, no,
I'm so
please,
stealing
please,
them.
please, please. Because what it
Definitely.
will make them do, it will automatically make them reaffirm that there's good things that happened, and that's what they'll go to
Yeah.
sleep with. It's a beautiful
Exactly.
thing.
I love that
Yeah.
idea of you.
We would love to hear about how that goes.
Today my happiness thing was PE and music. It was very fun and I liked playtime. I played with my friend. I liked it. I like my food today. I drew in literacy. I did lots of things that was fun today. It's nice to have a good day and important to just think about the happy stuff today and not the negative things. Even at school, you should be proud of yourself.
So
Yay.
there was Janna again. And on that note, on that very happy note, you'd like to add something for Shifat?
Shifat and anyone else from this who's been listening, if you have an experience like that, or your child is now writing,
or even they're writing,
if you want to send in a video and you would like me to produce a video like the one I made for Janna, then absolutely not a problem. We can share it next week, because the more we can inspire others to do it, the better. So we are very happy to do that. I'm very happy to do that.
And we have Sohana from Texas again. Sohana, hi.
Hey, Sohana.
We are almost about to finish now, but nice to see you. And next week we are coming again on Sunday, same time at 6 o'clock UK time. But every Monday, don't forget to tune into YouTube channel Knowing Who You Are for new episode of the podcast, which is coming tomorrow as well. So on that happy note, bye from us.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's great. It's a big boost for all of us. And yes, let's hope we do speak with you Sunday. Thank you for that comment.
Yeah, sure, Chloe and Sohana. I definitely will have a chat with both of you next week, hopefully. And
good night, everyone. Yes.
Good night, everyone.
And next week we'll show the finished Christmas tree as well.
Oh, yeah. So this is what, before we go, this is what we are talking about.
It's not yet done.
It's not yet done.
It's not yet done. No, I have a professional pride point here. This is not how
working on that, as you can see. She's just putting on the first bit. So anyway, we are ready on that note. Everyone, have a great night. See you again.
Thank you very much.
Sunday,
Good night.
6 o'clock.